needless to say, quite interesting. Next week, it's the state JV boys hockey tournament. That's taking place. Also, the state varsity girls hockey tournament next week. Aberdeen and Sioux Falls, of course, are the cream of the crop as far as the girls are concerned. Both finished with 15-1 records. They're only lost to each other. They split, of course, during the year. Both finished with 30 points. A distant third, if I can put it that way, and not a bad team, is Brookings at 11-4-0-1. They had 23 points, just 1 point ahead of Mitchell. They were fourth with 22. Then you have, of course, Sioux Center. Then it's Watertown. Sioux Center with 14. Watertown at 5-10-0-1 with 11. And then it's Owyhee, Huron, and Rushmore. Rushmore will be the only team that will not go to the state varsity girls tournament. That will be held in Pierre next week. And, of course, we mentioned also that coming up in a couple of weeks, it'll be the varsity boys tournament. That takes place in Sioux Falls. It was Pierre last year in Sioux Falls, and that'll be a lot of fun. We'll have the boys games for you all 3 days. Of course, at this stage of the game, we don't know as far as how it's going to all turn out standing-wise and who plays what and when, but we'll keep you updated as far as that is concerned. And then, of course, the hockey season comes to a conclusion. So it really goes like all out here for the last month or so of the season. And then, of course, you get a little bit of a break, and then you look at each other in the living room and you go, who are you?
Now what are we going to do?
Now what are we going to do?
We don't have to go anywhere this weekend?
That's exactly right. Next door, of course, they have the home show going on today. So parking will be a little bit more of a premium, but there's plenty of room to get out here and plenty of parking. And so that'll be fun. I could not find my normal spot this morning when I came in.
You got to get here early for your normal spot.
You have to get here early for your normal spot. But fortunately enough, where the door comes out, and you go across the parking lot, just not so you're parking facing the arena, but the next one over, there was a spot right there waiting for me, so I pulled in there. So I might have 20 feet more to go.
I always kind of make my own spot on the end of the row. I'm assuming they're going to go around you, aren't they? I mean, they're not going to. They're going to go around. Yeah. So I just kind of park way out on the end, and it's usually a good spot. They always save that one. They always save the ones that actually aren't the parking spot.
That's right. Well, and of course the Evans family has a spot out here to park.
They do. They auctioned off at our banquet last year. A parking spot right up front.
Yeah.
And it has a sign on it that says for the Evans family only.
So I've been tempted so many times to drive in there. I said, better not.
There's been some people that have tried that, Jeff. And between the boys and Christy, they get that spot cleared out.
Oh, really?
You bet. You bet. So that was a good little fundraiser for us, and I'm sure they'll do that again.
I should have done that. Then I could have said, sorry, I have to go move my car. You'll have to wait for the play-by-play.
Yeah. They'll call your license plate number out. It needs to be moved immediately or towed.
Yeah. That'll be a good way to win enemies and not influence friends.
That's right. That's right. The Evanses always treat us pretty well as far as the Hockey Association goes, and they got their parking spot and so forth. And last night we had some pretty funny stories after the game between the two Evans boys. They're kind of always at each other. One being a freshman and one being a senior. So those two go at it pretty hard.
Well, and the interesting thing about that is the younger one is going to remember what the older one did.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget that, so when it gets to that point in time, the younger one's going to do a little bit more than the older one and say, well, maybe you did that, but I did this. Yeah, it's kind of funny how that works.
Yeah, Max is a kid that was, he basically tried out, for the varsity team and played some JV at the beginning of the year, and he really earned his spot this year. He really did, and he's a big contributor now. He's playing some offense, he's playing some defense. And it's really nice to see him develop the way he did. And he's going to be around for a while, so it's going to be good.
Another 3 years. You start looking at some of the kids that come back next year on both these teams, and it seems like when you look at all the teams that we've played over the course of the year, so many of these teams have played a lot of youngsters, if I can use that term, in terms of sophomores, even freshmen, some things like that. And I think maybe you see that all across the board in a lot of sports. But it's good for the kids because then they get a chance to play at the varsity level for 3, 4, maybe even longer years.
There's nothing wrong with bringing some of those kids up. If they can compete at that level, it's actually good for your program if you can bring a few of those up because those end up being leaders in the future. You know, in every sport you have, you look at your seniors and say, oh, how is this team going to exist without these guys?
Yeah.
It does, and
You
it will.
do that. Yeah.
It will. There's always a next group of kids that's going to step up, and sometimes you get leaders on the team that
you never thought
of, and all of a sudden they're a leader on the team, and it's just kind of the way it works, you know, succession. The seniors graduate out, and somebody's coming in right behind them.
Well, and it is going to be interesting because we've written in names like Connor Bramer for the last 3 years or 4.
Yeah.
And Max Evans, you know, the last 3 years or whatever, maybe longer. And it's going to be interesting because those were kids that were fun to watch. We've had a lot of fun kids over the years to watch play hockey.
Yeah.
But this may be as fun a team as any we've had. And that's not a knock on the rest of them.
Most of these seniors that are playing tonight, their last night tonight, most of these seniors all played when they were sophomores. Yeah. And they played a lot when they were sophomores. I don't know as though any of them played as freshmen that I remember, but as sophomores they were contributing right away. So, and you see that experience. You know, when the games get tight and the arena gets loud, you can see those guys. They are the leaders. That senior group, they are the leaders. And you can kind of see at a face-off or something sometimes, you'll see them all circle around, and you can see the younger guys, they're looking, and you can see the seniors pointing and talking to them, you know. So the younger guys in big games like that, they need a little help, and it's normal.
Yeah, that's true. Do we know the officials for today?
We do. We have Parker Riddle, Adam Sullivan, Jared Serrett, and Brian Rice. Brian Rice is the only one out of that crew that wasn't here last night.
That's right.
So he made the trip just today.
We've had Adam Sullivan and Parker Riddle, I think, Friday night's games also.
Yeah, they were here all weekend. And last night, of course, they wore the pink and black stripes. That was kind of unique.
That was kind of unique, yeah. Today they'll have the white and black stripes on again, or the white shirts with the black stripes. And everything will be back to normal today.
Back to normal. For a while there, nothing was normal. In fact, if you remember last night, I think the 4 officials with their pink stripes on were the only ones that stuck out in the game. Everybody else looked the same.
Yeah. Well, and then that was kind of cool because Rapid really bought into this whole thing, which I thought was terrific. I think that speaks a lot of the coach and their program out there, and they bought into it. And then, of course, you get all this black out there with both teams wearing basically the same kind of a uniform, and so they Rapid changed after the first period to make it a little bit, it was better for everybody.
Yeah, I remember after the first period,
how often do you bring 2 sets of jerseys?
Yeah, after the first period, I could see the referees and the coaches were all talking. I didn't know what they were talking about. They were talking about something that happened on the ice, but what they were talking about is, we're going to change our jerseys. Is that okay? Because it was just black. We had those cancer jerseys. They were a special jersey that they wore just for last night, and they had a lot of black on them. A lot of black, a lot of yellow, and black socks, and Rushmore had the same outfit. So.
Yeah, you almost didn't know who your teammate was.
We didn't. We didn't know any of them.
Yeah, shoot, that made it kind of fun.
But there was a lot of goals scored in the beginning of that game also.
Yeah. And
in that first period, and I kind of think some of those goalies had a problem. You know, when you're sifting through 10 guys that are all black, black socks, black shirts, and so forth, it's probably pretty hard to pick out a puck.
Yeah, that's right.
So
the puck is black. They should have made it orange or something last night.
Yeah.
So anyway, we look forward to it. But final home game today, and then of course we look forward to the state tournament coming up here in a couple of weeks.
So, and we're streaming live. Go Watertown.net
exactly.
And 1480 AM on your radio dial.
And of course, Rod Lenning got us on the air this morning. I think Kurt will get us off the air this afternoon. So that'll be kind of fun.
Well, it's easy for us to go off the air. It's harder to get on the air than it is off, because all you have to do is hit that button and we're off.
Hit the button, we're off.
We're off.
Dead Air is brought to you by.
Yep. We should get a sponsor for Dead Airspace.
We should do that.
So we have Mason Martin is going to play today. He did not play
last night. He was serving a suspension,
but he is going to play today.
Exactly.
And he is number 13 out there.
That'll be the only real change as far as the Rushmores are concerned.
Yep.
All right.
And we are going to do the national anthem. I'm not sure if we have a singer tonight, Jeff, but we're going to have an anthem anyway. We're going to get some starting lineups going here.
All right. We'll turn things over to you to do that.
For the last time. And Rushmore is going to come out.
Starting lineup brought to you by McKeever Vending.
Yeah. We're going to have
And Humke.
Delzer. And that's Mason Martin, who did not play last night. And we saw him last night. Abe Partridge is going to...
He's got a long name when you put Partridge around the shoulder to shoulder.
And the Lakers are going to start on defense. There he is, the freshman Max Evans.
With 2 goals last night.
Caden Rollins, he's our senior defensive man. He played a little bit of wing this year, a lot of defense. And Jacob Van Dusseldorp, he's one of those guys that have been around for a long time. And Sabalatsky, number 16. And, of course, there's Mason Evans. So there's 4 seniors in that lineup and a freshman. How's that?
That's pretty
good. And, of course, Owen McBride's going to be between the pipes, as he has been all year. And we will get the national anthem underway. And we are ready to get this last game of the year underway.
All right, at 12 noon, high noon it is, 1480 KSTR, Watertown, South Dakota. Jeff and Jim with you, and of course Rod back at our studios. And the cameraman is ready. You can stream it. Of course, go to gowatertown.net. And the officials, as we mentioned, with Parker Riddle and, of course, Adam Sullivan out there. Sullivan stays in pretty good shape.
He does. He can still skate.
He can still skate.
We're ready for the face-off. The Watertown Lakers are going to wear their white with yellow sleeves and, of course, their white socks. Today they're going to be on my right-hand side. And Rushmore comes out in all black. We're going to have Jacob Van Dusseldorp is going to go against Delzer at the face-off, and this one's underway. Looks like Rapid's going to control it. Sablatsky gets a piece of it. Martin chips it up the boards right in front of us, and that's Delzer trying to get it out of the neutral zone. Martin chips it all the way down. Owen McBride kicks it back out. Rollins behind the net. Takes a check back there, checked off the puck. Puck's all the way out to the blue line. And this is going to be Olsen. And Olsen takes a shot from the blue line, and I think they're going to get it off sides.
All right. Grady there.
So we'll see how this one goes. It was a tough game last night. Probably some sore legs out there. Van Dusseldorp and Delzer are going to do it again. Rapid wins it, chips it all the way down. It's Max Evans behind the net, behind Owen. Changes direction, chips it out to Mason. It's up to Van Dusseldorp through the neutral zone. Sablatsky's with him. Van Dussel's looking, takes a shot right on Abe, and Abe stops two. Sablatsky gets in there with a touch, and we're going to switch them up.
Already 3 shots on goal in this game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
40 last night for the Lakers.
That's right.
There's going to be Mason Lloyd, and he is going to face off to the left of Partridge, and that's Ellender. Mason Lloyd somewhat wins it, but Rapid City comes down. There's Bramer catching it at the red line. He's going to try to dump it in. Lloyd can't get a piece of it. Here's Bramer again. He's at the red line again. Kicks it back to defense. That's Parker Sheehan going to bring it up. Mason Lloyd gets a touch at the red line. Goes all the way back down. Abe's got a handle on it behind the net. Chips it all the way around. And this is going to be over to Reitzer. Parker Sheehan able to hold it in. Here comes Rapid. See it. Rapid back to Sheehan and chips it all the way back down to Norris. Norris picks it up all the way down the ice, and Owen McBride's going to leave it alone, and it's going to be an icing. It's going to go all the way back down to Partridge. To to the right-hand side.
All right, this puck drop and face-off brought to you by South Dakota Trailers.
They've done a good job for us all year. Every puck that's dropped is because of South Dakota Trailers. Van Dusseldorp's down there again. Facing off, Rapid City wins it for a second. Boomsma chips it in. And Van Dusseldorp might have got a shot there, somewhat of a shot to Partridge. Partridge gives it back to the official, and we're going to face off again. That's going to be Van Dusseldorp. Van Dusseldorp's going to face off. Rapid City wins that and chips it back around. Mason Evans found it, back of the net. Here's Boomsma at the blue line, chips it over to Evans. Evans puts a shot on. That's Max Evans, and Partridge has got that one. So Partridge has taken on some shots already. 5 shots, Jeff.
Yes. Yeah, really, Owen McBride has not been tested yet.
Rapid City's going to switch it around, and this is going to be Delzer against Van Dusseldorp. Van Dusseldorp wins it, chips it back out to Max Evans, and he can't get a handle on it. It's going to go all the way back down. It's going to be waved off. Max grabs it behind Owen. Max bringing it up. He can move. Chips it over to his brother. Back over to Van Dusseldorp. They're in the zone. Van Dusseldorp's looking. Max Evans in front of the net. Tries to get to him, it can't go, and Rapid City's on the move. This looks like it's, who is that one, Jeff? That is Dunbar bringing it down the far boards.
Normally plays defense, but he's an offensive-minded defenseman.
Yep, we have some of those. Martin's on it right in front of the Lakers bench. Now it's going to be chipped in here, and a shot goes wide. That was Chisholm.
Yep, Chisholm.
This is Dunbar, or this is Humke behind the net, able to hold the zone. Martin takes another shot, and it goes wide, and it goes all the way back through the neutral zone. And that's Norris. Norris chips it back over to Chisholm. Chisholm's going to bring it up. He's at the red line, avoids a check. Mason Lloyd tried to get to him, and it's dumped back in. That's Green getting a handle on it. Lloyd over on the far board. He gains control. Looking up the ice, tries to get it up to Mason Evans, can't get to it. And this is Norris chipping it up to I don't know who that one is, Jeff, yet. We'll get his name. So back behind Owen McBride is Rollins. Green tries to get a handle on it. Rapid City takes it back. There's a check in front of the net by Rollins. And this one goes all the way over to the blue line, holding the Rapid City, puts a shot on. Owen kicks it out to the side. One more shot. So the Rapid City getting some shots. Here comes the Lakers trying to break it out of the zone. This is Mason Lloyd. Loses the handle. And goes defense to defense for Rapid City, and a shot on. And that is Walla taking a shot. He took a shot before. He was the one I couldn't get his name. I think we got it now, number 31. Hunter Walla. Hunter Walla.
Yeah, well, Lakers had 5 shots on goal to start. Now Rapid has had, or shall we say Rushmore's 3 straight.
Ritter and Lloyd face off. Rapid City's able to hold it in. They're down in the far corner. Back out to the defense. This is Dunbar. Dunbar's going to chip it behind the net. There's a check there by Boomsma. Boomsma's going to chip it around. It's Olsen takes a shot right in front of the net. Owen McBride getting in position. Lloyd finds it on the far rail and chips it up. And that goes to Green. Lloyd again in the neutral zone, chips it back over to Boomsma. Boomsma back over to Bramer. Bramer's pretty good with the stick. He's going to get a shot here. Gets hounded by Rapid City and gives up the puck. And this is Dunbar bringing it up all the way down. He's going to chip it down. He's going to stay with it. He's behind Owen McBride right now. He's all by himself. There's nobody there. Connor Bramer finds it. And this is Delzer puts a shot on. Delzer and Humke are back behind the net. Boomsma tries to kick it out. And can't get a handle on. Boomsma puts a check on. Martin still has it down there. Goes out to Laughlin. Laughlin's at the blue line. Kicks it all the way back over. And they're going to get a shot. Owen McBride again. That's Humke. And Delzer are down there. There's a check in front of there. Martin is able to hold it in and get a shot. Martin again with another shot. He didn't play last night, but he can shoot the puck. Here's Boomsma trying to chip it up way up high, all the way to the red line. And that goes back into the Rushmore zone, up through the neutral zone, and Rollins gonna chip it all the way down.
Wave icing off though.
They waved it off. Rollins holding it in the zone, can't quite do it. This is Madsen going after it. And all the way back out to the red line once again. There's no control by anybody at this point. And Norris going to come in, takes it over, back over to Dunbar. Dunbar is going to try to chip it up into the neutral zone, blocked by a Laker. Now Mason Evans trying to get a handle on it. They were offsides there for a second. Here's Rollins. Rollins back, going to try to chip it up, and this is Ellender. Going to take it away from him, comes all the way back around. Rapid City able to hold it in the zone. That was Delzer, keeps it in the zone. Here's Jacob Van Dusseldorp bringing it through. He's 1-on-2. He's back behind Abe and trying to get control of the puck. It's tied up along the boards. Mason Evans comes over there to try to help him out. The puck is on the far board. Here's Mason Evans trying to chip it out, and they're offsides. It was waved off. Here's at the red line. Rapid City, Jacob Van Dusseldorp is going to try to get it in the zone. Loses the handle. Mason Evans has a little chip there, and he just touched the puck, and it goes over to Partridge for a save.
Well, actually a very fast-paced game, considering this is their third game in 3 days for both these teams, and they got right after it, getting right out there, didn't they?
It is, yeah. This is Van Dusseldorp going to face off, and Mason Evans put a shot on. There's Boomsmo holding it in deep in the zone. Rapid City's there to try to chip it out. This is Van Dusseldorp. He takes a shot right on Abe's pads. And it's going to be held in here by Sablotsky. Sablotsky dips it down to the corner, and that's going to go to Mason Evans trying to chip it over to Van Dusseldorp. Can't do it. Boomsma holds it in, and that thing goes all the way around the top of the rail. And Rapid City's going to go over there with Olsen. He's going to try to chip it out and can't do it. And now into the neutral zone. Here's Lloyd off the bench. Misses the handle, gives it up, and Rapid City's going to be offsides there. Lloyd came off the bench, and Farley was there to take it from him and got caught offsides. So both teams are going to switch. They're going to face off right in front of us. Adam Sullivan's going to throw this thing down. It's going to be Delzer. Delzer against Lloyd. Delzer wins it. Lloyd is battling with it. Delzer's standing on the puck there for a while and goes all the way back down and around. That's Max Evans down in the far corner. Trying to chip it out to Bramer. Bramer can't get it off the boards. This is Delzer taking it around, and they're going to get a shot. There's two shots there. Humke and Delzer both had one. Martin was in on that and chips it all the way down to the other end. That's Max Evans. So we're going to have an icing. It's going to go all the way back down. It's going to go on the left-hand side of Owen McBride. It looks like it's going to be Lloyd. Lloyd against Delzer. And the puck goes almost out of the zone. And here comes Max Evans trying to get it out. Humke's over there in the far corner. And Bramer tries to get it out. Delzer still has it at the blue line. Takes a shot, that's wide. And Martin is in on the corner over to Humke to Delzer. Little give and go to Martin, can't get it to go. Broken up on the play there by Max Evans. Here comes Lloyd on the far, across the red line through the neutral zone. Bramer's there. Green, Lloyd takes a shot. And that was right into the glove of Abe Partridge. So we're going to get a switch again.
8-4, Lakers have the advantage on the scoreboard as far as shots on goal, but it's a scoreless right now with 9:11 to go, period number one.
It's going to be Ellender and Van Dusseldorp facing off. Ellender wins it. Now back behind the net, this is Chisholm. Chisholm chips it back out. They're going to try to break out here. Can't do it. Mason Evans is in the way there and trying to hold it in deep. Here's Sablotsky, gets it off his shoe, holds it in for just another second. Evans gets a little chip, tries to keep it in, and Evans doing a good job keeping it in, looking for a shot here. Now Rapid City's going to kick it out into the neutral zone, but that goes over to Rollins. Rollins tries to get it on the stick, and he can't. Reitzer's there, chips it all the way around the back of the net. Ellender's over there. That puck is up high and on the blue line. Tries to get a check over there, Mason Evans. Here comes Van Dusseldorp with a shot. A wide shot, go up and over the top of Partridge. And we have delayed offsides. Here comes Rapid City. This is Chisholm, chips it in deep. Rollins in the far corner, going to try to get a handle on it. Lloyd's behind the net, and here's Lloyd on the right in front of the bench. Can't get his hand on it. Touches it one more time, and a shot on. Almost a chip. That was a shot right there by Dunbar from the blue line. Another shot for Rapid City, so they're getting some shots on. That was Harlan. Mason Harlan takes a shot right in front of Owen McBride, and he's got his glove on it. So yet to break the seal here with scoring. I think last night in the first period we must have had 4 goals by now.
Yeah, we did.
So this is Lloyd going to face off against Ritter.
Well, the first one came in 37 seconds of the start of the game.
Yep. Bramer's over on the far corner trying to get it out of the corner. And Boomsma's got it right now, trying to chip it out, can't get his hand on it, puts a check on. He's got it at his feet, can't get to it. Boomsma keeps scrapping over there, and he's scrapping over there with Harlan.
Somebody forgot to tell him he's not 6'5".
Kicks it back out, and there's a shot by Rapid City, and they're going to put it in. There's a shot on the blue line from Dunbar, Jeff, and one of the guys were down there and got a rebound, and I want to say that might be Harlan.
I think it's Harlan, yeah.
I think it's Harlan. He was there to chip it in. Owen McBride made the first stop. Lots of traffic in front of the net there. So Rapid City's going to switch them up. Humke's going to go out. Delzer and Martin on the ice. That's a pretty good line, Jeff, right there. Then Dusseldorf's going to square off.
Mason Harlan is a senior.
So the face-off is won over here by Rapid City. Rapid City brings it back behind their own goalie. That's Laughlin's going to bring it. There's a check over there. That was by Mason Evans. Shook the puck loose, and they're in the near corner here. Here's Max Evans, takes a shot right on the ice, and it's blocked by Abe. Here's Parker Sheehan over on the far side, dumps it down in the corner. Mason Evans is scrapping down there. Here's Max Evans. Max Evans on the near board in the corner. Max over to Mason. Mason tries to get it back to Max, and he does. Jacob Van Dusseldorf's there to help. And here's Mason kicking it out to Van Dusseldorf and can't quite find him in front of the net. Here's Martin trying to bring it out of the zone, and he does. Martin is pretty dangerous with his stick. He can move. He didn't play last night, but there's Max Evans there to take it away. Delzer chips it in deep over to Parker Sheehan, and Rapid City's going to get a change here. Parker Sheehan tries to get it out of the zone, and that's broken up by Martin. Comes out of the zone. This is Connor Bramer. Tried to get it on his stick and can't through the neutral zone. This is Ellender trying to chip it in. And Green goes back down to Owen. Owen chips it over to Green. There's a check behind the net. Green is still with it in the corner. That is Rietzer. And this is Mason Lloyd up and against the near board. He's flying up, gets it in all by himself. He's 1-on-3, loses the puck, and here's Rapid City starting to chip the other way. Through the neutral zone, Rollins will go all the way back and retrieve it. Oh, a dangerous pass, and it is a dangerous pass. Comes back with a Rapid City gets a shot on that, and that was Dunbar takes a shot up and over the top of the net. Here comes Blair Boomsma. He can't keep his handle on it. Rapid City holds it in. And this is the guy that I never can find his name, Jeff. That's Chisholm, I think it was. And here we go, back up the other way. Rapid City trying to break it out. Mason Evans can't get his stick on it. And this is Harlan. Harlan brings it with a backhand, a lot of net, but he missed it. And there's a check on a near board in the near corner here. And this is Rapid's Ritter going back. And bodies are flying in front of the net. Mason Evans tries to chip it out. And we're going to have a trip here, Jeff. A lot of scramble in front of the net there. This gets pretty dangerous for Owen McBride. He's going back and forth. And we're going to have a trip. And that's going to go on Ritter. So Rapid City's going to be a man down at the 5:20 mark.
That goal, by the way, was given to Ritter.
It was given to Ritter.
Given to Ritter the goal, and Dunbar got the assist.
Did he score it, or did they just give it to him?
Ritter got, yeah, that's a good
We're going to face off here. Jacob Van Dusseldorf loses it off. And then up through the neutral zone, Jacob Van Dusseldorf loses it off his stick. Max Evans gets a piece of it, and Mason Evans is going to take it back, and he's looking up for a long pass and gets it up to Van Dusseldorf. That's a great pass. There's Connor Bramer off the top of the post. He won't miss many of them. Here's Mason Evans trying to hold it in.
There was your tying goal right there.
There was a tying goal. Max Evans right in front of us gets a stick out there and got hit right in the face. I saw that when I looked down there. So Mason Evans is going to bring it all, wraps it all the way around the board, and that's going to be Connor Braver going to pick it up on the far boards, and he's going to look up the middle, can't get it out. And here this goes to Mason Evans, and he's at neutral ice. He takes a shot, blocked by Abe, and Rapid City's going to wrap it around. Here's Van Dusseldorf trying to hold it in and can't do it. And this is Green going to go all the way back, looking for a stretch pass, going to try to find Connor Bramer, looks over to Van Dusseldorf. Van Dusseldorf to Bramer. Bramer comes it in. Max Evans is there. They're 2-on-3. Here comes Lloyd into the game. He's going to get a shot. Misses the pass. controls it, takes it back up to Soblaski. Soblaski's going to look just a little bit wide. Connor Bramer on the far end, he takes a shot. He likes that low shot down there. Here's Soblaski going to hold it out. Lloyd gets a handle on it, goes out of his zone. And Ethan Beebe is in, takes a puck off of Owen's stick, and they're going to bring it up to Connor Bramer. Connor Bramer's going to get over to Lloyd in the neutral zone, and Soblaski's going to slap it in from the blue line. There's Beebe on the far board over there, trying to get a hold of it. Nobody's got it over there. Beebe's still trying to get a hold of it, and this is Harlan. Chips it all the way down and out of the zone. Parker Sheehan's going to chase it around with Harlan chasing him. Parker Sheehan's going to try to bring it up by himself, and he does. He's up through the neutral zone past the blue line. He's going to get a shot here all by himself. Good-looking shot, just a little bit offside. And here is Ethan Beebe with a shot, goes right to Partridge's glove, right straight in, and we're going to get a change here. Wow, that was a fast one.
Well, it was, and what you do when you get to a third day of games is you kind of shorten up your
So here's
on the ice and try to get as many people out there as you can in fresh legs.
So Delzer and Madsen tried to square off there. That didn't work too good. They're going to do it all over again. That's Brandon Madsen squaring off here. There's Krantz with a shot just a little bit wide. Watertown Lakers holding it in the zone. That's Brandon Madsen chipping it in deep. And that's Laughlin is over there in the corner. Madsen's down fighting for the puck, and his brother Devin is over there. Madsen and Madsen against three Rapid City folks. Here's Krantz trying to take a shot at, and here's Martin coming up through the neutral zone and takes a shot on, puts it over to Delzer, and Delzer's got a pretty good shot. Owen McBride got a piece of it, and the puck goes out of play.
I've never seen so many pucks go over the glass and out of play as we've had the last two games.
It seems like a lot, doesn't it?
Yes, it really does.
Maybe they shortened up the glass, huh? Maybe they took 2 feet off the glass.
Yeah, the shifts are a little shorter, though, for each team.
Ritter and Van Dusseldorf are going to face off. Watertown Lakers trying to ship it out, and they do. This is Mason Evans on the chase. They're able to keep it in. And that was Olsen chipping it around the boards now, and they do get it out. This is Boomsma going to be in the neutral zone. He's going to try to chip it in. Takes a check after the play. He got up, wasn't very happy about that. So this is Dunbar around the back of the net. Rapid City's able to get it up through the neutral zone, and Blair Boomsma's going to be on a chase down there, and that's going to be with Farley. Farley and Boomsma behind the net. Owen McBride's scrambling to keep that puck. There's Dunbar from defense. He's going to take a shot. I didn't know where it went. Somebody knew where it was, and the Watertown Lakers flip it all the way up and over the neutral zone and chip it up. Here's Mason Evans at the blue line. He's going to dump it in, and Abraham's got that one. He didn't block it. I thought they were going to get a whistle. We do now.
Watertown is one of those teams that likes to flip the puck up in the air and get it to the neutral zone. You don't see a lot of teams do that.
They work on that. They work on that in practice. They get a couple guys going, and the defensive guy flips it up and over the top of the neutral zone. So this is going to be Lloyd over there, and that's going to be against Ellender. And that's to the left of Partridge. Rapid City wins that one, and it goes into the neutral zone. Here's Rollins up to Lloyd. They're going to get it back in the zone, and that puck goes out of play off of Lloyd's stick. It looks like he was trying to avoid a check and flips the puck, and it goes up into the stands, maybe in the upper deck.
Yeah, it was right up there.
So it's going to be Lloyd and Ellender again, just outside the blue line. Lloyd wins that one. That one goes over to Green. Green tries to chip it in deep. Doesn't quite get it deep. And we're going to have Chisholm over there. Chisholm's going to try to chip it out. And he does. Gets it out to the neutral zone. This is Walla. For some reason, Hunter Walla, every game you have one name that doesn't come to you very quick. That's Hunter Walla. He's been out here a lot and touching the puck a lot, and I just can't get his name. So we're going to have a feeling. here's going to be Lloyd Ellender again. Puck goes across the front of our net, and here's Rollins. He's going to fight for it down in the near corner. Green is down in there, and there's Hunter Walla taking a shot here. That was Chisholm, and that's deflected, and Green's going to come into the zone 2-on-2. Green takes a check over there. Looks like he got hit perhaps right in the chin. And the referee stops it right away. And we're going to get a penalty on that.
And this is going to be, I think...
It's going to be a cross-check, Jeff.
On Norris.
On Norris, number 15 Norris. Green had his back to the boards over there, and Norris came up and checked him right in the chin. It was going to be Delzer and Van Dusseldorp. Van Dusseldorp wins it and puts a shot on. Connor Bramer puts a shot on. Mason Evans in the near corner to Van Dusseldorp. Van Dusseldorp tries to center the puck. Lloyd's going for it on defense. Little Bramer's out there playing defense. Lloyd's on defense right now. They got their little power line in, and Lloyd's at the blue line, looking. Loses the puck, and this is going to be Delzer. Delzer's going to be one-on-one. Lloyd's hassling him. And Owen McBride comes up. Comes up with a save, but Lloyd's going to have a hook, and he's going to go sit for 2 minutes. I think they're going to call a hook on him. They're going to call a hook, and
41.4 seconds. We have one penalty.
And Lloyd had no option there but to do something, and they said he hooked. Coach Jameson Spearing doesn't think he hooked. Lloyd doesn't think he hooked. The referees do. So this is going to be Delzer. He's going to face off against Van Dusseldorp to the right-hand side of Owen McBride. Rapid City's going to get the right guys in, and they're going to drop the puck. So we've got a couple penalties going. We're 4-on-4 hockey right now. And they're waiting for everybody to get organized here, and this is Delzer and Van Dusseldorp. And a shot on off the face-off from the blue line. And that's Dunbar. And Owen McBride stops play.
Like so many goalies, and they can see it, they can make the stop.
Yep. There's Van Dusseldorp. He's going to win the face-off. That's going to go to Bramer. Bramer's going to bring it up to the blue line. He's looking for Van Dusseldorp. Can't get it. Delzer's there to stop it up. Mason Evans now within the blue line. Mason Evans chips it down, and that's Max. That Max Evans down there in front gets the puck taken away from him.
3-on-1 if they hurry here.
Norris. And there's a shot on. That was by Humke. Couldn't quite get it to net. Owen McBride's looking for it in front. Van Dusseldorp clears it out, and Max Evans and Connor Bramer on the run in the zone. Max Evans tries to get a shot with no time left on the clock and fans on it. Probably didn't have a good look at the net, but did get a shot. So we are going to go at the end of the first period, Jeff. Not a lot of scoring, but boy, there sure was a lot of action and a couple penalties.
Yes. And Rushmore's with a 1-0 lead after the first period of play. And as far as the shots on goal, let's see, 8 saves for Watertown, McBride, and in that first period, 13 saves for Abraham Partridge. The only score coming, of course, at the 7:31 mark of the hockey game. Rushmore's with Carson Ritter, assisted by Tyson Dunbar right in front of the net. As a result, Rushmore's enjoy a 1-0 lead after one period of play. And of course, 3 penalties in that period. Rushmore's Ritter, 2 minutes for tripping at 5:20. Norris, 2 minutes for roughing at 1:08. So he'll continue to serve starting the second period. And of course, Lloyd for Watertown, 2 minutes for hooking at 41.4 seconds left. So we're going to play 4-on-4 hockey for the first 52 seconds to start this second period.
We are.
Yeah,
there's a few penalties, probably a lot of good penalties. Hustle type penalties, I should say.
Yeah, I think so. And once in a while, a penalty is a good thing to take.
Yeah. Lloyd got stuck there chasing, and he was chasing Delzer and ended up with a hook, and nobody in the place thought it was a hook, Jeff, except for that one referee. He was the only one that thought it was a hook. In fact, I don't think the other referees even thought it was a hook. Just he did. But they called it, and that's the way that one's going to go.
Our hockey game, of course, today brought to you by Rob's Auto, Deutsche Excavating, McKeever Vending, Hanson Moran Eye Clinic, Elite Drain and Sewer, South Dakota Trailers, First Premier Bank Card, Little's Jewelry, also DuPont Electric, as well as Subway, and of course broadcasting live from the Reliabank booth at the Mace Ice Arena here in Watertown. Final regular season game, of course, for the varsity boys. I kind of want to say the next broadcast or next game coming up, well, yeah, but it'll be 2 weeks away, basically.
Yeah, 2 weeks away.
A week from Thursday, 13th of March. That'll be the state varsity boys tournament taking place in Sioux Falls. And we'll have the Watertown games for you on the air. We don't know the schedule yet because we don't have all the pairings yet.
Yep. I think the schedule will probably come out about midweek, I suppose, and then we'll get the pairings, and then we'll have to. We can post those on the Watertown Lakers website, that game, and I think you can probably also find those on South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association.
Yeah,
so you'll be able to get those times and tune in here right on 1480 for the broadcast. We're going to be broadcasting out there or in Sioux Falls with John Winkler, who we've broadcast with him before. So he's going to help us out with that, with all the games, Watertown Laker games.
And I think we're going to stream those, are we not? Do we know that yet?
I think you're going to have to, if you're going to watch them, you're going to have to watch Midco.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to be radio.
You're right. Otherwise, radio.
Otherwise, radio. And there's nothing wrong with radio, Jeff.
Radio's the only way to go. We paint the picture for you.
We paint the picture. I keep looking down. Jameson Spearing said he was going to send a couple seniors, and I haven't seen those yet. Every now and then we get some seniors in the penalty box down here, and we talk a little about senior hockey play and some memories, and so it's usually kind of funny.
What they're going to do next year.
What are they going to do next year?
What the plans are.
Yep.
I always remember a kid when I was in Grand Rapids, and I had a senior, and I basically asked him that one day during a coach's show, and I said, well, he had a really hard shot. Yep. And a really good shot. And I said to him, where are you going to go to school? And he goes, Mankato or whatever. And so I said, I suppose you're going to play hockey. He goes, no way. My parents made me play hockey for the last 12 years. He goes, I'm not playing hockey again. I don't know if he ever did, but it was just kind of funny. But, he was a good hockey player, and he had a good hard shot. And I think he would have been great in college, but at that point in time, he wasn't playing any more hockey.
It's got to be one of the hardest things that you can ask these seniors is what are you going to do? Because some of them have a pretty decent focus on what they're doing. But I think way back when, you're 17, you're 18 years old, and everybody's coming up to you, what are you going to do for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
It's a big decision, you know. And typically when you go to college, your majors change throughout the years and so forth, but it's difficult for some of these kids, and I know my kids have had that struggle, the seniors. What are you going to do for the rest of your life? Well, I don't even know what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Well, with the group they have, the generation that's here now, what is it, Generation X?
Yeah.
I believe they say that they'll change careers about 7 times.
Yeah, I believe it.
In your lifetime.
I believe
You don't have somebody like that goes through radio their whole life.
40 years.
Yeah, or 45 years, whatever it is. And some of those things. You don't have a guy that's, you've never talked to a senior that goes, I want to be a garbage man.
Yeah, yep.
Which is nothing wrong with that, because we need those people.
Right.
So, everybody, but you just never know. So some of the best laid plans don't turn out.
Right.
So I always tell seniors, enjoy these years, but I also say you better have not only plan A, but a plan B, and maybe even a plan C, because sometimes those things don't work out like you think.
Then you'll see kids that go to college for engineering.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you see them later, and what are you doing for a job? Well, they're doing something totally different than what they went to school for.
Oh, yeah.
So not only if you go to school for a certain thing, that doesn't mean that that's what you're going to do.
Exactly.
So things change, and people change too. Interests change and opportunities come up, and you'll see somebody selling insurance that was maybe an engineer.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I always think is something that I would highly recommend you don't do is go to a school because your girlfriend or your boyfriend is going there.
It's not recommended.
It's not recommended.
It's not recommended. When you hit college, you have so many opportunities for friends.
Yeah.
And life changes very fast. And perhaps what you went there for is all of a sudden no longer there.
Yeah. Or it doesn't look as good.
Yeah. And then you sit there and look around and say, why am I here?
Yeah.
So, but it's a hard decision. Boy, I saw my kids struggle with it, and part of the struggle is, are you going to have sports? Are you going to play a sport? Are you going to have the opportunity to play a sport? Are you not going to? And it's a big decision on what you're going to do for a major.
Well, I know that when my 2 boys came up and they both graduated eons ago, they both said, I'm not going into radio.
Yep.
And yet they both had a little inkling of it, because we used to do NASCAR, And so for years they ran the boards on NASCAR, and so they would. I used to tell them, when you get to that 10-second break at the top of the hour, you're not going to push a button. You're going to get on and talk.
Did you broadcast NASCAR?
Yeah,
you did.
So my kids would get on and do the commercial break at the top of the hour. Say, give the station break. Listening to whatever, and things like that. And I tell them, give them the time and the temperature. Tell them it's sunny at 43 degrees or whatever, and things like that. So, but then that way, when they got to out in life and they had to speak at different things, they were comfortable with a microphone.
Yeah, that makes a big difference, doesn't it? You have to expose it to them when they're younger.
Yeah, but they didn't have any desire to go into radio. Neither did. One's a working for the Kansas State Historical Society as an archivist. The other one's a mapper.
Really?
For a big firm in Minneapolis.
Isn't that something?
And that's fun. Yeah.
There's so many careers if you think about it.
Oh.
And kids sometimes have to think that they have to focus on certain things, but you can do so many things. It's the opportunities are endless, and I've always told my kids, what do you want to do? What do you like? Pick 5 things you like and see if any of those 5 can be a career.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is. You do have to like what you do every day. When you go to work, you have to like what you do.
Yeah. Well, one thing's for certain, you aren't going to make $17 million as my color guy.
No, but I am next year going to do it for half that.
You are?
I am. I'm actually ready to sign the paper for half of that.
When you get that, let me know. Yeah.
I'm still looking for the paper to sign. Thus far, I have nothing to sign here. Right? Jeff is referring to color guy
Tony Romo.
Yeah, just got signed.
A couple of years ago, he played for the Cowboys for many years, and now he's doing color, and now he's getting $17 million to be the color guy on CBS.
And he's not doing anything that we're not.
No.
Is he?
Well, he doesn't put the time in we do, I'm sure.
No, he doesn't go through all the stats like you do.
No.
He doesn't talk about college hockey like you do.
No. No, so it's quite interesting how things work out.
$17 million to be on the radio, Jeff.
Yeah, well, in this case, TV.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he'll be TV.
So he's got to look good. Got to use a little makeup.
Yep.
Maybe a lot of makeup.
Yep. And that's
they
a
can
nice.
only use so much makeup on me. It's still going to be the same thing.
That's a nice thing about us, Jeff. We don't have to look good up here.
No.
Well, and half the time we don't even sound good.
No.
So.
That's right. It doesn't matter what you look like. They can't see you on the radio anyway.
Can't see you on the radio.
Well, what do you think? I chose radio. But you can come in looking like a bum. So long as you sound good, that's all they care about.
But we
it's a warm body in the chair.
But we did get these new coats though, so that helps us look
Hockey
good.
Association's taken very good care of us this year.
Yep, they bought us some really fancy coats with our names on it, and so we at least look the same.
Yeah.
We don't look good, but we look the same.
That's true. I hope there wasn't any players down there waiting to be
No, I don't think there was. I keep peeking over.
If there were, we didn't see them.
Yeah, a lot of times they'll get a little impatient. They'll start banging on the wall or something, but I don't see anybody. Jameson said he was going to send some seniors. He might have told me between the second and third, but he'll send them. So we'll see in the second and third. We might have a couple seniors going to come out and talk with us, but we're 4 minutes and 40 seconds away from getting this thing going.
We're on to start period number 2.
Way different game than last night.
Yeah.
What was it? It
was 5-2 after the first period.
It was 5-2. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. It was 3-2 last night.
Yeah, 3-2 last night at this point. So
3-2 after the first period last night, and then of course the Lakers led 5-4 after 2 periods of play, and then each team got a third period goal.
Yeah.
Ended up 6-5, Lakers winning it. Yeah, it was. Well, we got at this point. We were talking about that, and we already had, of course, at this point, 5 goals scored, and we only have 1 tonight.
Yeah, so it is a different game.
Or this afternoon, as the case may be.
Same teams, but these teams are both teams have played 2 hard games prior to today.
Yes.
And with Rushmore being out in Pierre, and we were at home against Sioux Falls 2. So this is starting on a Sunday, about a Sunday morning. It starts to wear on the old body just a little bit.
Well, and then, of course, we didn't play, say, a 1 o'clock game or a 2 o'clock or sometimes, or even a Sunday night game. You're coming back about 12 hours after you got through play.
Yep.
But that's why they're kids.
Yes, they're kids. I know my son came up. He came up today, and I asked him how he was feeling, and he said, he usually doesn't say too much. And I said, are you hurting? Yeah. What's hurting?
Everything.
My legs, my shoulder, my neck, foot. My hand hurts a little, he says. so that's about where all these kids are at right now. You get all little dings and bruises, and it gets to be a long weekend. These kids put out an awful lot of energy.
Yeah.
And you don't really realize what kind of twists and motions that they make until maybe you look at some film afterwards, or you look at a still frame picture, and it's like, holy cow.
Well, we talk about the 2-week break in here between today and the tournament starting. They basically it's more like a week and a half, as the case may be. But in some ways, you want to play again as soon as you can. But at the other point, you go. But we gives them some time to heal up. And get a little, so they're a little fresher when they get to the state tournament.
Yeah, and they need that. And typically coaches now, starting in here on Monday and Tuesday, they'll probably do a lot more talking than skating, and then as it gets closer to the tournament, things will start to ramp up just a little bit. My guess is we're going to put some more changes in yet. We've seen that from Jameson the last couple of weeks. We've seen a lot of changes with lineups and guys moving around. And
if he had 30 more guys, he'd have played 30 more ideas, 30 more formations.
And it's just what it is this time of the year. The coaches just jockey around just a little bit to maybe create an edge.
Yeah.
I don't know if it does or not, but it seems to happen every year.
But you see this at the high school level. You see it all more at the college level, and you see it at the pros all the time too. And even sometimes during a game, they'll make changes to their line.
Right, and we thought the coaches just did that for the sportscasters, but they don't. Yeah. They do it for some other reason.
Really?
But referees are coming out, setting the nets. The buzzer has rang, and the players will see the ice here shortly with 1:26 to play in this one. Watertown Lakers down 0-1. And a little different, like we said, than last night. But there's still a lot of shots on goal. Watertown Lakers have 14, and Rushmore has 9. So there's still quite a few shots on goal. An exciting game yet. This game's actually faster than I thought it was going to be today.
Yeah,
I actually thought they were going to come out a little bit slower, but it's plenty fast.
It's plenty fast.
And it's plenty fast, especially for a guy like me doing play-by-play. It's plenty fast. So Old McBride's going to be on my left.
As you check out your radio dial.
Abraham Partridge is going to be on my right. This is the period where both teams are the farthest from their bench as they can be.
So you see maybe a few more icing calls in a period like this.
Because it's hard to get off the ice.
It's hard to get off the ice,
So we're going to have Mason Evans. We are going to have Max Evans. We are going to have Jacob Van Dusseldorp. And it looks like Sablotsky. And Rapid City's going to come out with, that is Walla. Hunter Walla, I got his name this time. They faced off. Mason Evans takes it off the face-off. He's all by himself. He's going to take a shot. Oh! 5 seconds in. Mason Evans picked it up off the face-off. He got a jump on that when the puck was going down. He was gone. I don't think he cheated, Jeff, but he sure got a quick goal on that one. 5 seconds? 5 seconds in. Well, that was fun. We barely got warmed up. Maybe that was a plan in the locker room. Jacob Van Dusseldorp's going to take it again with Walla. There's Mason Evans did the exact same thing, and he's not going to get the breakaway this time. It'll look a lot like the goal that he just scored. Rapid City.
19 goals on the year for him.
Rapid City gets the puck out. Old McBride tries to chip it all the way out of the zone and can't. There's Sablotsky trying to get it out of there, and Dunbar dumps it in deep. Sablotsky's tangled up down there with Ritzer. Ritzer's got it in the near corner. There's Walla. They're going to Mason Evans. And Jacob Van Dusseldorp's going to get the assist right off the faceoff. That's called an assist right off the faceoff, so that's great. There's Max Evans going to chip it in to the Rushmore zone. And this is going to be Dunbar going to try to take it out. He circles himself all the way back around. We're 4-on-4 hockey right now. Now we're 5-on-4. Rushmore's full strength. And they're coming in through the neutral zone. Martin's there. This is Walla. Walla's going to look over to the other side. And that was over to Ritzer. Ritzer can't get the shot. Martin can't hold it in tight. And this is Parker Sheehan going to chase it all the way down deep. He's going to take a shot. A pretty good shot. He raced to the puck and just took a one-time shot at the net, and it went wide.
10 assists now for Van Dusseldorp on the year. 10 assists.
That's kind of a nice little assist right off the face-off. All he's got to do is touch it, gets an assist.
That's right. And a 1-1 hockey game.
There's going to be Green facing off. down in the far corner, and I think that's going to be Delzer's down there.
Yep, Lakers down a man here for 6 more seconds.
There's Martin on the near board. He's going to try to kick it out, can't do it. Connor Bramer can't hold it in. Here's Sheehan going to dump it way down deep into the corner. Mason Lloyd's back out, so we are 5-on-5. And that puck goes up and out of play by Connor Bramer on the far side. And that puck actually went off of Delzer, or Humke. Their numbers look so much alike, it was Humke. Here's Connor Bramer going to face off against Delzer to the right-hand side of Abe. And Rapid City controls for a little while. Connor Bramer's going to try to get his hands on it and can't do it. Laughlin's going to bring it around. Here's Mason Lloyd, takes it away from Laughlin down in there, and he's going to try to chip it in. And Rapid City right up in front of Abe. Some dangerous passes there by Rapid City. And Bryson Bowen, we haven't seen his name. He's been playing the whole game. He's out there right now. Here's Parker Sheehan trying to bring it up, trying to break it out of the zone. That's to Bramer. And Parker Sheehan's going to come in with a hit from behind. No call made. Mason Lloyd's trying to chip it into the neutral zone and does. He's at the red line, taking along the far. Avoids a big check there by Delzer. Here's Abraham. Going to kick it all the way out.
Get in there.
And Bowling chips it all the way down back behind Partridge.
Short shifts today for these guys.
Boomsom's on the chase. And Connor Bramer has it over, and he chips it over. Not much of a shot, but it did go enough that Partridge had to glove it, so we're going to stop play.
All right. 1-1 hockey game, 14:37 to go. Period number 2. 16-10 Lakers with the advantage, shots on goal.
Van Dusseldorp's going to go against Ritter to the right-hand side of Partridge. And Rapid City controls it, going to chip it all the way around right in front of the bench. This is Rollins going to hold it in the zone all the way over to the far end. Jacob Van Dusseldorp chases it down. Sablotsky chips it in. And we're fighting over on the far end. And this is Rapid City going to take it through the neutral zone. Going to chip it up. There's a big check there. That's Mason Evans knocks him off the puck.
Put a shoulder into him.
Here's Sablotsky going to take it up to the red line, loses the handle. Rapid City's going to chip it back over here. This is Farley. Farley going to bring it in, and that's a shot to the chin, Jeff. Did you see that? No call. And Rollins took a right to that chop. He's all right. So Rapid City's going to be back behind Partridge. They're going to try to bring it up, kicks it over the wing, and tries to get out of the zone, and they do. And this is Howland going to bring it down in the corner. Rollins is there. Rollins going to chase it behind Owen. Owen's going to chip it back. There's a check there. Sablotsky's able to pick it up. This is Bramer. Bramer out to Lloyd. Misses him completely. It's going down the far end. We're going to have an icing. Bramer saw Lloyd going through the neutral zone and missed him.
What you really try to do in a case like that is force, of course, that winger or that center wide, and they've been doing a good job of that, so you can get him off the puck, run him up against the boards.
Yeah.
And Mason Lloyd over here, Mason Evans had one, I couldn't quite get there in time, I'll just take him off the puck.
Yep, this is going to be Lloyd against Eleanor chipping in. There's a shot out here by Chisholm, gets blocked, and this puck is going to go down and hits Bramer right in the leg. Lloyd controls it at the blue line, going to try to bring it up and cannot do it. They were going to delay off sides here. Bramer's going to come up with it. And here's Rapid City going to be right in front with a little backhand, nothing doing. And there's Waller with a shot, point blank. Missed the net. And Rapid City's going to hold it in and takes a shot from the blue line. So it's deep down. Waller's got it in the corner. That's to the right-hand side of Owen McBride. It goes out to his left now with a shot block. Lloyd blocked it off his pads. And here's Green. Green going to try to break it out and does so. Gets it up to Bramer at the red line into the zone. Bramer's pretty good with his sticks. He's going to get a shot. He's got a really nice shot. Missed the net. Lloyd back behind. Over to Bramer. Lloyd's back again. And chips down in the far corner, and he'll chase over there with Waller. Waller's going to try to chip it out and does so. Bryson Bowling going to get it in the neutral zone. And with a long pass up to Bramer. Bramer's looking for Green and missed him. It's going to go down in the corner, and they're going to get a change.
Yep, they'll change here, so he dumped it in the corner. Now the Matson.
Here's the Matson and Krantz line's coming here. And here's Max Evans at the red line. He's going to try to dump it in. Looking up, and he dumps it in all right off of Waller's chest. And here's Krantz. We haven't seen him much here today yet. And here's they score. This is Krantz. Right to Devin Matson. And that one happened so fast I couldn't keep up with it. Krantz had the puck, chipped it into Matson, and that is a really nice goal for the Matson-Krantz line, who's done such a nice job on some limited playing time that they get. But boy, when they're in there, they do a great job.
They sure do.
So this is going to be Brandon Matson. He's going to face off against Delzer in a 2-1 game here, and this is going to go up to Martin right in front of us, and he's going to chip it down back of Owen McBride.
4th goal of the year.
That's good. Yeah, and he's a senior.
Yes.
So there's Brandon Madsen in the far corner, and Delzer goes over and takes it away from him. Here's Martin in the far corner. He's hounded over there by Sheehan. And Owen McBride. And a little scuffling in front of the net. Owen McBride came up with the save right there. He didn't have it very good. He kind of sat on it, and there's some pushing in front of the net. Sheehan is still talking. He's going to go to the bench now.
Humke was over there, and Martin came up behind, put him in a bear hug right from behind to just pull him away. Like, don't, his teammate, which is a wise thing to do.
Van Dusseldorp and Delzer are going to face off to the left-hand side. Rollins coming to the party a little late. He's back in. And nobody controlled that one. Rollins got it in front of the net. He's going to try to skate it up into the neutral zone, passes over to Sablotsky. He can't get his hands on it. He's faster than everybody else. Here's Sablotsky going to go into the boards. And Mason Evans going to try to little backhand. Blocked by Partridge. Here's Blair Boomsma from the blue line. Blocked. Mason Evans gets it in the neutral zone, waiting for everybody to check up, and they do, and not quite. Jacob Van Dusseldorp didn't quite get out. I thought he did, but he did.
So the Lakers were offside.
The Lakers were offside. So we're going to face off outside the blue line. It's going to be Jacob Van Dusseldorp. And it looks like Ritter's going to take it. So face off just outside the zone. Rapid City wins it. And Blair Boomsma comes up with it and tries to chip it across the neutral zone and can't do it. This is Harlan. Harlan's going to chip it in deep. Rollins is there to get his hand on it, and we have a whistle. Now, I don't know what the whistle's for, Jeff. Do you?
No.
Sometimes they blow a whistle and we don't even know what they're doing.
I'm guessing pulling Boomsma here.
Oh, they are pulling Boomsma.
Yeah, Boomsma's going off.
Let's see what kind of penalty he had here. And it's going to be a trip for Blair Boomsma. So we're going to face off to the left-hand side of Owen McBride, Ellender, and Jacob Van Dusseldorp with the Lakers a man down for the next 2 minutes. Rapid City controls it. Here's Delzer at the blue line. Jacob Van Dusseldorp gets a stick on it, can't do it, but this is Martin. Martin's got a pretty good shot. Misses the net, and that's going to go all the way back down, and Rapid City's going to have to regroup. Chasing down there into the corner is Dunbar. Sablotsky's there. Sablotsky takes it away from him. Jacob Van Dusseldorp can't get his hand on. Sablotsky's still fighting for it. Whoa. And Rapid City's coming down. This is Martin. Martin's going to get a good shot. He's got one right on the ice, and it's stopped. Owen McBride stops 2 in a row. And Delzer in the back corner. And 2 really good shots that were saved by Owen McBride, and Delzer ended up with an open net. I don't know how many assists we're going to have on that one, Jeff, but Delzer finds the open net, and Owen McBride, and probably not a lot he can do with that one. He made 2 really nice saves on some pretty good shots.
Yes, he did. That's why he gets the goalie moving from right to left.
That's exactly what you want to do.
He made 2 fantastic saves. Humke had 3 last night, another one today.
Oh, was that Humke?
It was Humke.
Okay, I called it Delzer. It was Humke. Mason Lloyd's going to take it against Ritter, and Watertown wins it. Centering pass there, goes wide. Mason Lloyd gets it on the far rail over to Bramer. Bramer's going to try to chip it in. Here's Rollins going to keep it up at the blue line, takes a shot. That goes to the stick of the Rapid City. Lloyd gets it in the corner, takes 2 big checks, stays with it, and behind the net. And that's Bramer takes it away behind the net, throws it at the net, can't get it. Rapid City's coming the other way. Lloyd's looking for a check, can't get it. And that is Watertown Lakers chipping it up. That's Bowling chipping it into the zone. So Lloyd intercepts. It's going to look for a shot. Gets ridden off the puck. Can't find the puck. And here comes Rapid City. This is Harlan. Harlan comes in, a big check against Rollins here, and the puck keeps going. And we're going to have some sort of penalty or an offsides here.
The goal was Humke, assisted by Delzer and Norris.
I knew Delzer was in on that somewhere. all those guys were. Boy, they had some pretty good shots that time. So it's a 2-2 ball game, hockey game. And they're going to face off right in front of us, Eleanor, and it looks like Jacob Van Dusseldorp. And they're going to be right in front of us, and Mason Evans grabs it, loses the handle. That is Hunter Walla. I'm not going to miss his name again. Takes it down, gets a shot, and here comes Jacob Van Dusseldorp. He can wheel. He's going to be 1-on-2 right now. Sablotsky's there with him. They're going to whip it all the way around the back of the net, and Bowling's going to hold it in on the far blue line. Mason Evans over there to help out Bowling. Bowling dips it down into Jacob Van Dusseldorp behind the net. Abraham comes all the way out from behind the net, and Jacob Van Dusseldorp loses a stick behind the. Here comes Rapid City up past the blue line, puts a shot on. Owen McBride kicks it out to the side. Walla's over there, and here comes Jacob Van Dusseldorp again at the red line. He gets it into the zone, looking for Mason Evans deep. There's nobody home. There were 2 on 5 there, and they're going to chip it out in front of the Lakers bench. Parker Sheehan's going to be on a race here with Walla.
Check by Sheehan.
And Sheehan's going to do a good job there to keep it in.
Nice hip check on Hunter Walla.
That was nice. That was nice. Parker Sheehan looking at his skate. He's got something going on with his skate, piece of fuzz or something on there. Referee helps out with that. And they're going to face off right in front of us. It's going to be Delzer. Delzer and Mason Lloyd. They're so close you can smell their breath. So right in front of us. It was Delzer going to take a shot. Owen McBride kicks it out. Max Evans and Delzer are over there battling forward in the far corner. Delzer brings it in front of the net. Nobody's home. Yeah, there was somebody. Mason Lloyd just took a puck. That was number 15 for them, and that was Norris. He took a shot, and it hit Mason Lloyd point blank. He's all right. He's up. There's some chattering going on. They're going to get things squared away here. Humke, I think, had something to say about it. The referee is over there. Lloyd, I can't believe that thing didn't leave a mark, but he must have hit a pad. Well, they're going to face off.
You'll see him later.
Humke and Lloyd are going to face, and Delzer are going to face off. Max Evans tries to keep it in. Here's Bramer. Bramer's on a break. They're 3 on 4, and Bramer going to get a good shot. Oh, Lloyd missed it. Couldn't keep it in the zone. That was a good attempt right there. We had 3 on 5. Lloyd chips it through, and Green's going to backhand it all the way down to Partridge. Partridge is going to chip it out of the zone. Lakers have to check up, and they're going to try to get a change here. Here's
almost running into each other.
Everybody's running into each other in front of the Lakers bench. Here's Lloyd at the red line. Lloyd's going to take it in. He's one-on-one with his stick and gets it taken away. Bramer tried to help him out and couldn't do it. Martin's going to kick it on over to Harlan. Harlan's going to dump it into the zone. And that's going to go behind Owen McBride, and back there to help him out is Krantz. Krantz is in there again, takes a big check, and a shot goes way wide, and that shot was by Olsen. We haven't heard from him tonight, but he took a good shot. And the puck's over on the far side, and Green's going to chip it all the way up through the neutral zone, and Olsen's going to back it up. He's going to look up to the red line and can't find a guy. He does now, and they chip it up into the zone. This is going to be with a shot on, and that was Farley. We haven't heard from him much, but he had a good pass over to Delzer. Delzer's got it behind the net. That's Harlan, I mean.
Oh.
And here's Olsen at the blue line. Olsen takes a shot. It's blocked by Kranz. Take another shot. It's going to be dumped in there by Dunbar. Back behind the net. Bodies are flying. The puck is loose, and Owen McBride finds it. We're going to have a cross-check there, Jeff, somewhere in back of the net. Who is this one going to be? Is this going to be a Laker? I got a feeling that's going to be Green. 18 White.
Rollins.
That's Rollins. He's had a few cross-checks this year, Jeff. He's going to sit for one more. We're in a 2-2 game. So we're going to face off on the far side. Ellender and Van Dusseldorp. Van Dusseldorp wins it. Max Evans tries to chip it out. Can't do it. That goes over to Martin. Martin back over to Delzer. Delzer with a shot. That's a good shot, Jeff. Martin passed it all the way over across the blue line, and a one-timer by Delzer, and there was about a puck's width between the pad and the post for Owen McBride, and it got through. 3-2 game, Jeff. It's no surprise. We knew it was going to be this way. It wasn't going to end at 2-2, was it?
Well, Rollins isn't going to sit on the bench or the penalty box very long.
No, he got a real short rest.
About 8 seconds.
About the best he got away with this year anyway, right?
Yeah.
So it's Van Dusseldorp, and it's going to be Ellender. Mason Evans takes another one off the start, tries to find Jacob Van Dusseldorp on the back side.
Yeah.
Evans is jumping the face-off there. Here's Sablotsky trying to look in front. Mason Evans is in front, put a shot on over there, and this is Van Dusseldorp, gets sandwiched over in the far corner. He comes out with the puck. Going to try to center the puck. He's still got it. Everybody's trying to get away from him. Nobody can. He's still got it. Sablotsky comes over to help him out now, and Van Dusseldorp still has it. He loses it finally now to about 16 guys over there, but and here's Bowling all chasing down to the far end up in front of Owen McBride. He tries to get a long stretch pass up to the red line. Can't get it done. But here comes Max Evans. He had 2 goals last night. He gets ridden out to the corner, stops on the dime, and this puck goes to Sablotsky at the blue line. Held in there by Bowling. And the Lakers do have to check up here, so Rapid City's going to control it. Here comes Mason Evans, going to take it down. Lloyd is in the center, look for a pass, can't get it. Rapid City's going to take it out. This is Delzer trying to get it off the boards. Bowling falls down. Oh, and we're going to have a trip here. Bowling falls down, and this was Reitzer that was going around, and Bowling stuck out his stick. Probably a good penalty, Jeff. I think they did have a rush there. Bowling does not get many penalties, Jeff, and I'm not so sure he's even been in the box this year. So the last game of the year, he's going to go for a trip, which I thought was a pretty good trip, really. Ellender's going to face off against Mason Lloyd to the right-hand side of Owen McBride. Ellender wins it. This goes over to Humpke in the corner. He's all by himself. Watertown Lakers play in the box here. This is Martin on the far corner on the blue line. He's looking down, takes a shot, can't get it in there. This is Delzer. Delzer scored the last one. Delzer back over here again. He's in the same spot he scored. He's looking for Martin, can't find him. Takes it down in the corner. They're going to go back out here to Delzer. Delzer's going to look again. He goes over to Martin. Going to try to return the favor, and Martin can't do it. Owen McBride finds it, and the Lakers are going to try to chip it out, but they can't. This is Dunbar. Dunbar's over to Martin. Martin over to Delzer. Broken up by Lloyd. He's off to the races. We're going to get a trip here also. Mason Lloyd anticipating that pass from Martin to Delzer, which resulted in a goal last time, and Mason jumped that passing line and ended up getting tripped. Probably a good penalty on the other side. So we're going to be 4-on-4 here for another 30 seconds. Jacob Van Nusseldorf's going to take it against Walla, and that puck goes all the way back down to the Watertown Lakers, and a check down there. Here comes Jacob Van Nusseldorf. He's going to bring it up.
Here's where your seniors are taking over.
Yep, this is the senior time. And Jacob Van Nusseldorf puts a shot on. Mason Evans can't get a rebound. And we're going to get a high stick. There's all. So we're going to have another penalty. It's a high stick, and that's going to be on Rapid City. We're going to be 4-on-3 here, Jeff. Is that right?
440, we had a rushmore under penalty.
And was that Martin? I think it was Martin. Number 13. He did not play last night, but boy, he's a big factor when he's in the game. He's going to be a non-factor here for 2 minutes. Jacob Van Nusseldorf and Ellender are going to face off to the left-hand side of Partridge.
So
Humpke's going to come in.
Rushmore's at 2 in the penalty box. Watertown 1.
Mason Evans telling Humpke, hey, this is 4-on-3. Go to the bench. Go to the bench. You got too many guys. Mason Evans just told him. Now they're going to shake up the face-off here a little bit. It looks like Dunbar's going to go in there against Jacob Van Nusseldorf, pair of 11s, and it's going to chip all the way down, and Owen McBride's going to grab it. He's going to hold it there for Green. Green's going to take it back in front of, back behind McBride, and Green still got it. He's going to skate it up through the neutral zone, and he is uncontested coming in. He does take a check over there by Humpke. And there's a shot by Mason Evans off the leg of a Rapid City opponent, and Jacob Van Nusseldorf tries to hold it in and can't do it. Owen McBride's got it behind his net, and he's going to chip it up to Mason Evans. Kind of a high chip, and Mason Evans couldn't handle it here. So they're going to take it all the way back down. Owen McBride's going to get a touch again. Here's Connor Bramer skating backwards behind the net, and he's going to take it up. He can wheel. He's going to take it up by himself. All by himself, and he's pretty good with his puck, and loses it all by himself, and it's going to go all the way back down, and Owen McBride has touched it more than anybody in this face-off.
So now the Lakers have a 5-on-3 for 35 seconds.
And still can't get it going, Jeff. Owen McBride's going to handle another one. Here's Jacob Van Nusseldorf. He'll get it organized. And Mason Lloyd comes off the bench. He's one-on-one there. Can't make the play. He came off the bench and was wide open inside the blue line. He jumped in, and Jacob Van Nusseldorf find him right on the stick. Didn't have a great shot, but it was good enough to score a goal, but he could not quite get it in. Abraham.
So the Lakers have a 5-on-3 right here for 23 seconds.
23 seconds, a great opportunity. Parker Sheehan is there. The face-off goes. Sablotsky kicks it over to Lloyd at the blue line. Lloyd's going to try to get it in deep. looking for Zablotsky, can't find it, and that's going to be whistled all the way around. Lloyd's going to try to hold it in. And we're counting 9 seconds here. We're going to dump down to Zablotsky. Let's try this thing all over again. Zablotsky tries to chip it down. It's going back the same play. Here's Lloyd on the far end. He's uncontested. He's going to look in.
Now it's 5-on-4 for 16 seconds.
Now he's going to try to get it to Max Evans, and almost does. Max does get a shot. Rapid City kicks it all the way down. Owen McBride grabs it. Parker Sheehan takes it off of his stick, and they're going to go. We're 4-on-5 right now for 3 seconds. We're going to be full strength here.
Now we're
Rapid City kicking out again. Mason Lloyd stops at the neutral zone, tries to get a backhand, doesn't work. Tries to get a check there, knocks him off, and that's Delzer again. And Owen McBride makes the save. Here's Martin. He's back in the game. He's trying to do it. This is out on top. There's a shot through traffic. That was Norris. Tries to get it through. Rapid City still controlling the zone. And this is another shot here. That's Martin. He whiffs fans on it. And Max Evans finally gets a hold of it and wings it around. It's going to come out of the zone, and chasing over there is Laughlin. Laughlin's going to try to dump it in, and they do. And here's a check from Parker Sheehan. So Max Evans got it back. There's another check. It's getting a little bit chippy now. The Rapid City's controlling that in back of the net. That is Ritter. Ritter kicks it out to the blue line. Going to try to get a shot. Mason Lloyd lays in front of that one. That thing's going to hurt if it hits him, but it went up and over the top. So Owen McBride stops another one, and that was a pretty good shot from Norris.
What a flurry.
Yeah. Owen McBride's got to be warmed up by now. This is Beebe going to take the face-off here, and that's going to be against Ritter. We haven't seen Beebe, I don't think, in this game yet, but he's in there right now. And Rapid City controls the zone. They're going to keep it in, and now it goes back out, and that is going to go out to Dunbar. Dunbar dumps it back in deep. Here's Boomsma behind the net. He's going to try to take a kind of a dangerous place to take it. He's still got control. He's going to try to stretch pass there all the way across the green. Green can't hold it. Off the board, here's Beebe. Beebe's going to try to control it back in the Lakers zone, and we're going to try to regroup. Lakers not able to get out of their zone effectively here. Rapid City's going to hold it in now, chip it down to the corner. Boomsman's down there. He's with Ritter. Ritter's going to chip it out and going to dump it all the way back down deep. Boomsman's going to chase behind the net, and that's Harlan. We've got 1 minute left in this period, and 2 Lakers are down there and trying to get it out of their zone. Rollins gets a shot at it here, and here's a shot blocked from the blue line, and this is Green. He's pretty good with the stick. He's going to be 1-on-2, and he kicks it back to Bramer, and Bramer gets a one-timer and can't get it to go. Here's Boomsma at the blue line. Takes it down deep, going to try to go to Green, back to Boomsma. Boomsma's going to throw it at the net. Nothing going. The puck is still loose. Bramer's going to chase on the far line. Bramer's up on the blue line. He's going to kick it back over to Rollins. Rollins going to take a shot. Boomsma trying to get a tip. Can't do it. This is Harlan. Harlan's going to chip it all the way down, and this is going to be almost going to about do it. Rollins better hurry up. I thought they were going to wave it off, and Rollins said, nah, this is an icing. I don't have to hustle. So they did it. I was wondering what he was doing, but he knew more than I did on that one. So we're going to take it all the way down with 15.6 left in this one. It's going to be Jacob Van Dusseldorp to the right-hand side of Partridge, and Delzer's going to take the face off. And Lakers win. That goes out to Lloyd. Lloyd's on the far corner trying to get a shot. Takes a shot, blocked by Partridge. Jacob Van Dusseldorp's got it in the corner. Loses the handle. And Humke's going to try to get it. Lloyd saves it at the blue line, takes a shot, and right at the pads. Gets 2 shots there. Not real hard shots, but they were shots, and anytime you throw it at the net, you never know. So this thing is a 2-3 game in favor of the Rushmore at this point.
Interesting.
Interesting. So they are going to head to the locker room for 15 minutes, Jeff. And we are going to come back and get this regular season finished.
We are. Goals or shots on goal right now. 26 saves for Partridge, 21 saves for McBride in this contest. Right now, Rapid City with a 3-2 lead the Rushmores after 2 periods of play. Scoring in that second period, it was Watertown. Mason Evans with Van Dusseldorp assisting to tie the game at 1. That was at 16:55 because Van Dusseldorp won the draw, put it over to, of course, Mason Evans, who went in and scored. 5 seconds into the second period, the Lakers had tied it at 1. But then Watertown grabbed the lead at 12:04. Some 4 minutes, 51 seconds later, it was Devin Matson getting his 4th goal of the year unassisted for the Lakers. But the Rushmores came back with 2 goals. Humke with Delzer and Norris assisting at 10:35. And then with 6:47, Rushmores on a power play broke the 2-2 tie with a goal by Delzer. And Rushmore's right now with a 3-2 lead after 2 periods of play in this hockey game. And of course, last night they played, it was a 6-5 score. These two are battling for that 4th place, actually 5th place position right now, as far as the standings are concerned. And these two teams seem to be pretty well matched.
They are well matched, and
really are.
Their speed is about the same. And yeah, it's been well matched the whole time. And now this is going to determine 5th place, right? Is that what? I think that's what you just said. So that could be the difference between playing the 2nd seed or the 3rd seed. So the way I see it, it could be Brookings or Sioux Center. Sioux Center or Brookings is who one of these teams are going to play.
Right now you have, of course, 5th place, you have Oahe with 24 points, Rushmore's with 23, the Lakers with 21. So you're really battling here. It depends on what happens.
7th.
Probably 6th or 7th. And then, of course, you have Sioux Falls. Probably 6th place. And then you have Oahe and Huron here. They're right in there, too. It's kind of interesting.
It's safe to say, though, that Watertown is probably going to play that 2 or 3 seed
That
one
2 or
way or
3,
the other.
yeah,
And
either
right now,
Brookings or Sioux Center at
I
this
think so.
point.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the way it's going to shake out. In this game, I guess, you know, they're all important, but this game will determine one of those 2 teams. I don't know who we want to play going into the state tournament, Jeff.
Well, you kind of wanted to get Sioux Center again, so I've dialed up Sioux Center, told them we're playing you guys.
All right. Well, if I had to choose
not.
between Sioux Center and Brookings right now, yeah, let's bring on Sioux Center. Split with them this year.
Yeah, there are other games going on today, of course, with Mitchell at Sioux Falls 2. That game is underway as we speak. Brookings and Huron getting started here in just a little bit at 3 o'clock, and Sioux Falls 1 at Sioux Center. That's a 4:30 game this afternoon in Sioux Center. That'll be a fun one to watch also. That, of course, is very important because Brookings is at Huron. Sioux Center is hosting Sioux Falls. And as you look at the standings, of course, Sioux Falls has got 1st place all wrapped up. But Brookings leads Sioux Center by 2 points, 30-28. And Huron right now at 25. They could stay probably in that 4th position with a win. That would give them 13 on the year. One thing we've not talked about this team, Watertown team, right now overall they're 11-10-1 overall. Of course, 6-6 on the road, 5-4-1 at home, 10-8-1 overall, or I should say in the league. But this last year they won 4 games.
Yep.
All year, and this year they've already won some 10.
Yeah. You know, and when you win 10 games in this league,
so
it's not easy.
You've more than doubled
yep.
your win total over last year. We have to remember that. They've made some big strides this year with this team in the fact that they were 4-12 last year, 4-12, whatever it was right in there. But
there's so much parity in this league.
Yeah.
And you know, you've always got a couple teams at the bottom, but you look at the rest of the teams in this league. Anybody can beat anybody in the top 8. They really can, and we've seen that all year. We've had some upsets going on throughout the year, but this league has really turned into a premier boys varsity league here in South Dakota because anybody can win. Well, Sioux Center. Who thought Sioux Center was going to be up there like that? They've always been some of the lower teams, or one of the lower teams, but they're right up in there. So with a couple weekends here and there, this thing can turn upside down. And now, of course, we're at the end of the year where things are starting to get set in with the last day of regular season. So things are starting to get set in. And but what a league it's been this year.
It really has. I think that if people have not gotten out to see the Lakers play this year, I think you've missed out on a great opportunity. I think this is a fun team to watch.
It is, and especially now when they're really gelling together. These guys passing to each other. They always know where each other are, and they sure do a nice job gelling together at this time of year. They've been really fun to watch, Jeff, probably for 6 or 7 weeks for sure, but all year it's just been a great group.
It has. And then the other thing is, if you haven't gotten to see them play, or you'd want to see them play, you still have a chance because you can get down to Sioux Falls for the tournaments. I don't typically send people to Sioux Falls. I'm kind of anti-Sioux Falls.
But in
that
2 weeks
regard.
you could.
But in 2 weeks, if we had the Lakers down there and they had a sellout crowd and they had more people than anybody else, everybody would notice.
Yeah.
And so you can still be a supporter of this team and get down and really cheer them on, because I think this team might surprise a lot of people at the state tournament in Sioux Falls.
And the state tournament atmosphere is like no other. You know, if you've been here before for a regular season games, all the play is ramped up just a little bit. The coaches are a little more ramped up. The players are ramped up. It's a totally different atmosphere, because if you lose, you go home. So state tournament time is such a fun time when it comes to this hockey league. We've seen many state tournaments, and you can never predict what happens during those tournaments, because we've seen the 6th and 7th seed come out and get to the championship game. We've seen the number 1 team dominate the tournament, which happens. Now this year's going to be something interesting. It really looks to me like Sioux Falls 1 is going to play Sioux Falls 2. And that in itself...
And I'm pulling for Sioux Falls 2.
Standing wise, they're on the opposite side of the spectrum. But you got to remember, these kids go to school together. They know each other very well.
Oh, yeah.
And at one time in the season, the teams were split, right? You're on 1, you're on 2. And I would guess that those Sioux Falls 2 kids will play that Sioux Falls 1 team.
Well, and there are some kids that go to Harrisburg.
Yes.
And some other places around there, not like, they're not all from Sioux Falls when you break it down. I had that, but I didn't bring that with me for Sioux Falls too, but they had kids that went to a number of schools.
Yeah, right.
But you're right, they know each other.
Yeah, they know each other. They've, like I said, at some point those teams were split. And the Sioux Falls 2 team, if I'm not mistaken, Jeff, you'll probably remember, early in the year, I think Sioux Falls 1 beat Sioux Falls 2 3-4 or 4-3.
Yeah.
And so anything can happen, and I think a lot of folks from Sioux Falls are going to be watching that game. But that's shaping up to be kind of interesting. Now you're going to go back into your book here, and you're going to tell us the real story about what happened.
I have to find it real quick here.
And that's early in the year, though, so you're going to have to go back a ways.
Early in the year.
That's early in the year.
They started out the year with Sioux Falls 1 beating Sioux Falls 2 4-0.
Oh, 4-0. Okay.
In the opening game, yeah. And then they played later in the year, and Sioux Falls 1, if I can find it here real quick, which I can't seem to do, but anyway, Sioux Falls 2 and 1. They played the next time, and I think it was like 3-2.
Yeah, so that was one. I knew there was one game that was decided by 1 goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. That's going to be a game that's going to be one of the early games of the tournament, and it's going to be quite interesting. And of course, Sioux Falls will fill the stands, which they probably should. There'll be a little emotion on that game.
Yeah, and you would hope so.
Yeah.
You would hope you'd have a lot of people in the stands. In fact, it'd be nice to see the tournament basically sold out.
Yep.
If you ever go to the Minnesota State High School tournament, of course I haven't been now for years.
Yep.
They used to get 103,000 people for 3 days or more, and you could go to an afternoon game, the battle for 5th and 6th place, or not, I shouldn't say that. The second round after day 1, it'd be sold out day 1.
Yep.
You go the second day, and you'd have 2 Friday afternoon games. They'd be sold out.
Yeah.
And of course the night games would be sold out.
Isn't that something?
Matter. Yeah.
And for high school games. Those are for high school hockey games.
Yeah. It's just how popular it is. So I hope they do sell it out, because it's great for hockey. What they did here last night, as far as Stick It to Cancer night, to me was a great relationship between hockey and cancer. But it was between all the kids and everything that we go through in life.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just a great night, a great experience for hockey. It said a lot about hockey in this state, and a lot about the kids and the people that were here.
Yeah, when we started out that ceremony last night, at the beginning of the game, we went on the air about half hour before game time.
We had an hour-long pregame show.
but when all the ceremonies were beginning, hockey at that point was probably removed from everybody in the building was not thinking about hockey, right?
Exactly.
And the kids
hockey players weren't thinking about hockey.
Right, and both teams were lined up on the blue lines, and of course they had the little glow bags, the luminarias in front of them, and every kid was playing for somebody that's affected by cancer. But you didn't think about hockey until the puck dropped, right? Because up until then, it was other thoughts, like you said, about life, and that's what we hope hockey does, is prepares these kids for life, and then we saw a little bit of that last night.
Yeah. Because what it really tells you, and who sang the national anthem last night, they lose a daughter at 10.
Yeah, Barb Kranz and Doug Kranz. You know,
I saw both of them in church this morning. They were about 3 pews ahead of me.
Yeah, so every aspect last night was brought into that cancer. You know, when we start thinking about, well, who's going to sing the national anthem? Well, we know Barb. She's done that for us before. She was a natural because her and her husband were affected by cancer.
Cancer has no age group.
I thought it was quite interesting.
They pick on kids, they pick on adults, they pick on women, they pick on men, they pick on anybody.
I thought it was interesting last night when the kids were playing for somebody. It was really the majority of the kids. It was grandma, grandpa. I mean, it was their family. It was lots of grandmas and uncles, grandpas and uncles. But there wasn't a single kid out there that didn't have somebody very close to them. Not one kid.
Yeah.
So that's how big this cancer thing really is. And if the Watertown Lakers can donate some money to the Cottington County Cares, who helps cancer patients, I mean, every little bit of money helps, and what a great thing. More so than the money, it was everybody in the building was thinking about certain things. Yeah. So that was great.
A lot of money gets raised for cancer goes to research.
Right.
Now, I work with a different organization, and a lot of that money goes to research.
Right.
It's all good.
It is good, but it's really nice to see a dollar that goes to a patient.
Oh, yeah.
An individual family or patient. They buy those gas cards for them to go get treatment.
Sometimes
and lots of different things. A place to stay.
Yeah.
And what a great organization Cottington County Cares is for cancer patients.
You have the cancer center here now, so a lot of that used to have to go to Sioux Falls for a year ago, you can stay here, or it's not as far to travel. Yep. Which makes it better because you can go get your treatment done and go home.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is be in a motel room or someplace when you're feeling like...
Yeah, you want to be home.
Yeah.
You want to be home, and then the Cottington County Cares allows that to happen and makes things easier for you to get treatment and try to get well. And the Van Heel family was out yesterday. They did a ceremonial puck drop. Of course, Marty Van Heel was very instrumental in hockey for many, many years, all the way from selling hockey equipment to being a president of the Hockey Association, and has volunteered with the association many other times. Their son, he coached here for quite a while and is involved in hockey. He does some coaching in the summer. And so there was a good connection there also.
Well, and then you talk about hockey families, and we had a man, 56, Brian Arnsey, who passed away a couple weeks ago. His son played goalie.
Sure.
And they had a lot of hockey parents, a lot of hockey people there for that funeral.
Yep.
A lot of people were there the night for the visitation the night before.
Yeah.
Because, and you have Adam Sullivan, Vince Foley, we're both pallbearers.
Yep.
And
it does get to be a family, and I talked to my wife last night, and she was over in the stands. Of course, we can't always tell who's here, but she said there was people in the stands that she never even thought would even come to a hockey game. So they came, but they came for a reason. They came for a purpose last night.
That's right. So that's great.
We have a few people that showed up here today. If you want to see the last game played on this ice this year, you've got to get out here because you have one period and it's going to start in about a minute.
That's right. So how fast can you get in the car? But don't get picked up on the way.
Get in the car and get here as fast as you can. Right, Jeff?
Yeah, but
as fast and safely as you possibly can, because you're going to see a real good last period here. This thing is at 3-2. Lakers are down 1 goal.
I can't miss this last period of hockey, and I'm sure the officer's going to go, right.
Yeah, right. So, but it's going to be a good one. We're going to face off here in 41 seconds. Maybe they're going to take 41 seconds and going to put it at 17. We're going to go right away. It's going to be Mason Lloyd here against Humke. No, I'm sorry, it's Delzer. Delzer, we should have known that. He's been in every face-off all night long. So that one's going to be won by the Lakers. That's Parker Sheehan going to take it all the way down, puts it on net. And he doesn't know where it is.
Well, Abraham made the stop, and he looked behind him to make sure that...
He didn't know where it was. Mason Lloyd and Connor Bramer were going down there. There was no whistle called right away. So they're going to face off to the right-hand side of Partridge. It's going to be Mason Lloyd. They're not even in the circle. They thought they were going to go on the other side that time, Jeff. Only 2 guys faced off, and they dropped the puck. This is Connor Bramer going to be against a near board trying to control it in here. Can't quite, gets ripped away by Delzer. Humpke's down in there with a scramble. Here's Blair Booms, and we're going to hold it in. Takes it all the way down deep. There's Connor Bramer kicks it in back in the net. He's going to get it right back. He's going to take a shot like he always does. Here's Booms. We're going to hold it in. Takes a shot. Never made it to the net. Here's Bramer going to hold it in right in front. He takes a shot. Kind of a shot off to the side, but Bramer will score those sometimes. Bramer, we've talked about it, he's a guy that always gets it to the net.
Now, I'm not going to put any pressure on you, but I got a win last night.
You did. You did. Well, I'm going to see what I can do to sway this thing, Jeff, any way that I possibly can. Last time they faced off and nobody was facing off. This time everybody's in a group anyway. Here's Jacob Van Dusseldorp, and I want to say that's going to be against Ellender, and they didn't like that face-off. Last time there was nobody there. This time they said there was too many guys there. So Mason Evans is going to face it off against Ellender. And Rapid City wins this one. This is down in the corner. This is Chisholm. Chisholm's got it back behind the net. Going to try to get it out of there. Can't do it. Rollins going to hold it at the blue lines. Sobolski missed it. Mason Evans going to be in the near corner. He takes it down, throws it at the net. Van Dusseldorp came up with it. Sobolski's on the far side and gets off his stick and goes all the way down. And Owen McBride does have to play that, so there's no icing. Rollins tries to chip it up. Can't get it out of the zone. And Laughlin takes a shot. Wide. Back behind Owen McBride. This is Rapid City controlling the zone here. Owen McBride blocks a shot, blocks another one. The puck is loose right in front. It's a scramble. And everybody's laying in a pile, Jeff. We need a whistle, and we got it. Owen McBride is upside down. Walla is in there. Owen McBride's now picking himself up. I think we had about 7 of the 10 guys laying in front of the net. That puck was loose for a long time.
It was.
So we're going to face off to the right-hand side of Owen McBride. And this is going to be Van Dusseldorp. And he does not control the face-off. Here's Rollins going to go in the near corner. He's going to go in the near corner here with Farley. Farley gets a check and it goes to Jacob Van Dusseldorp into the neutral zone. Takes it off his stick, and Rollins is going to try to chip it all the way up to Evans. He does, gets a stick on it. It's going to go back down. Partridge touches it in back of the net.
Lakers make a change here.
And here's Grady Olson going to kick it out here. This is out to Harlan. Harlan's going to get it off his stick, and Mason Evans finds a shot. Here's Parker going to hold it in, takes a shot. Stopped short of the goal. Parker Sheehan's going to chase it all the way down. There's no icing. Everybody's going to get new legs here. Parker Sheehan going to take it all the way across, all the way up to Mason Lloyd. Mason Lloyd chips it in towards Bramer. Bramer's going to chase. He's 1-on-3 down there. Can't get his handle on it. Green is over there against the near boards. Green's going to try to control it and does not. Humpke's going to chip it off the boards. Mason Lloyd with a backhand over to Bramer. Keeps it in. Bramer, they're 2-on-2 here. Bramer's going to try to find the net. Kicks it out front. Nobody home. And here is Bowling going to take a shot. Here's over to Martin. This is Delzer to Martin down the other way. Martin still got on the far end. Here's Bowling going to take. Oh, that was Green. Here's Lloyd going to try to take it into the zone. Lloyd's on right in front of us. Leaves it for Bramer. Bramer didn't know he was going to leave it, and here comes Humpke. Humpke's going to take it down into the zone. Playing defense, throws it at the net. Mason Lloyd picks it up like a shortstop. Takes a check from Martin behind the net, and there's a shot wide of the net, and a chip shot. And this is Martin in the near board against Boomsma. Boomsma rides him out of there. Here's Evans. That's Mason. Here's Boomsma going to try to chip it out. Lloyd tries to get his hand on it. Here's Martin. Martin's got a good shot and right at Owen's glove. Owen had a really good luck at that. I really don't like much when this Mason Martin shoots. He's got a strong shot. I remember him from last year. He had a strong shot last year, Jeff, and he still has it.
Game today brought to you by Rob's Auto, Deutsch Excavating, McKeever Vending, Hanson Moran Eye Clinic.
Ellender and Van Dusseldorp going to face off. The face-off stays deep in the zone. Mason Evans going to bring it all the way around Owen McBride, and Mason Evans going to look up for a pass, flips it up on the backhand to Van Dusseldorp. Right, the red line gets ridden off the puck there by Reitzer. Here's Max Evans behind. He's going to wrap it around all the way over to Sablotsky. Sablotsky's going to try to get a handle on it. Can't do it. This was Olsen going to break it up. Here's Mason Evans. Mason Evans takes it from a crowd, and he's hounded over there by Dunbar. Mason gets a check after that, and here's Boomsma's going to try to get it on his stick. And Sablotsky throws it at the net. Mason Evans there with a backhand. Can't get it to the net. He throws it in. Here comes Boomsma with a shot. High point and right into the glove of Partridge. Yeah. Boomsma getting a good shot.
Ellendorf, beg your pardon, and Mason Evans down there really going at it in front of the net.
Here's the Matson-Krantz line in now. Brandon Matson takes the face-off. Parker Sheehan is battling at the blue line, goes through neutral ice. This is Rollins. Rollins going to take it down to the backside of Owen McBride, going to try to break it out. Cannot do it. Nobody has the puck down there. He's battling down there with Harlan. Harlan's trying to get it out and tries to chip it out, and it does come out of the zone. This is going to be Krantz. Krantz going to take it into the zone. Gets ridden off the puck by 3 guys. And here comes Harlan. Harlan's coming up through, and with him also is Farley. Farley's going to look for a rebound, but there's none. Owen McBride has that one.
Right in the breadbasket.
That was a shot from Harlan.
Game also brought to you by Riddle's Jewelry, DuPont Electric, Subway, First Premier Bank card. And
Humke.
Trailers.
Humke Delzer. Delzer's going to take the face-off with Mason Lloyd to the right-hand side of Owen McBride. This goes up to Connor Bramer. I'm sorry, that's Green. Looks like Bramer, but it's Green. He dumps it all the way down. Partridge tries to get it behind the net. Now it's coming back out. Mason Lloyd's in a foot race with Martin. It's 2 Masons right there. Martin flips him over and gets a shot. Mason comes back and dives in front of Denzer. And I don't know what they did. Mason Lloyd didn't like that much. Got up and gave him a little shoulder. Denzer says, "What's that for?"
Yeah, Denzer and
now they're going to face off again. I wonder if they're still talking to each other. We'll see who wins it. Mason Lloyd gets that one. You would just as soon win a face-off every time. And Rapid City's able to keep it in. Max Evans finds it here. Delzer tries to put a check on Delzer, and Max Evans gave it back to him. Here's Martin from the blue line. I'm sorry, that's not Martin, that's Dunbar. Getting a little rough here, and I think here's Bowling. And another opponent talking here. It's getting a little rough. Delzer's kind of been in all of them, and he's kind of smiling and laughing, but Humke's going to go in.
Yep.
Humke disagrees and was kind of talking to the referee. And I hear the referee down here is talking to the coach and says, "You need to talk to your player because he does not talk back to me." So I don't know what they're going to do here, but he's talking to the coach. So that's Humke. Is that right, Jeff? Humke's going to be in there?
So right.
Humke's in there, and he was not very happy. Not very happy. And he was kind of talking back to the referee there, and the referee went over to the Rapid City coach, and I could hear him say, "You need to talk to your player."
Yeah, that's right.
So the Watertown Lakers are going to be on a power play here, and that's a good time with 11:35 left, down by 1. We need a power play. Let's get it done. Watertown Lakers are going to do Van Dusseldorp. They're going to do Mason Evans. They're going to do Max Evans, and Green's going to be there.
Now the official talking to Dumke right in front of us, we can look right down, and he's basically explaining what he's doing, telling
them that to not talk back. The other official, he's just asked somebody to leave over there. One of the students are leaving.
Well, that's the second time this year we've seen somebody thrown out of the stands. Asked to leave.
Yep. So they're going to wait here till this student leaves. I don't know what was being said, but he's going to make sure he's out of the building, and he does, yes, have to be all the way out of the building. All right, we're going to face off. We're going to play a little hockey here. This is Mason Evans bringing it up to Max Evans. Remember, they're on a power play. Max Evans going to try to go in a shot. He's 1-on-3. Does get a shot. It's blocked, and Mason Evans is going to try to chase it out of the zone. We're going to try to get a power play goal here with 11:15. Here's Mason Evans. When he's going to get a head of steam here in the neutral zone, he's looking over there for Van Dusseldorp. Van Dusseldorp loses it. Back over to Max Evans. Max Evans takes another shot. This is Connor Bramer on the far board. Going to shake it down to the far corner to Van Dusseldorp. Van Dusseldorp's looking in the middle. Mason Evans was down there. Nothing to be found. Here's Max Evans holding it on the blue line. Van Dusseldorp on the near side. He's looking for a cutter. Nobody's cutting. Takes a shot all the way over, and Max Evans hustles down the blue line to keep it in the zone. Takes a shot, and it's upended there, and it's going to go all the way down to the other end. Owen McBride's going to grab the puck to try to keep things moving. Jacob Van Dusseldorp's going to take it up along the far boards. Lakers have switched out a couple guys. It looks like Boomsma's in there now. And Connor Bramer's going to chip it over here to Green right in front of us, and Green's going to tip it in deep. That goes right off of an official. He's shaking his head down there. What are you shooting that at me for? So here's Connor Bramer right in front of us, and it goes down to Green. Bramer's going to cut, missed him on a cut, and this goes to Delzer. Delzer's going to chip it all the way down. Blair Boomsman's going to be chasing, and we're also going to have Rietzer down there applying pressure to Boomsma. They go down in the corner. Rietzer's going to get the puck for a second. Boomsma's got it back. He missed the puck. He's down again. And all the way wrapped around the boards, that's Rietzer. Mason Lloyd goes over there, takes a check. And they're trying to get it out of the zone. Here's Rapid City taking a shot. Norris. He's going to take it. Here comes Mason Lloyd. They're going to try to regroup finally. It's 5-on-5. Mason Lloyd's all by himself coming up through the neutral ice. And he's waiting for everybody to get grouped. And he loses the puck right in front of their bench. Just for a second, Green gets it back, and Zablotsky's going to chip it in, looking for Bramer, can't do it. Here's Laughlin's going to take it around the back of the net. And here's Humke, who takes the check from Bowling. Lloyd is there, takes another checks Humke off, and here comes Delzer. Delzer's a good one. He can score before. He's looking on the other end for Martin, and Martin gets a shot a little bit wide. Lloyd right in front of his own bench, loses the puck. And here's Beebe chipping it up. And this is Martin going over to the far side. Mason Lloyd's over there. And that's Olsen chipping it in deep. Bowling's back behind Owen McBride. He's going to bring it around. They're going to try to get organized. Here, Lakers gotten some. Van Dusseldorp is in. Tries to get over to Mason Evans. Can't do it. Mason Evans is going to chase it all the way down. That's Dunbar.
There's a sense of urgency out there.
There's a sense of urgency with 8:31. We need a goal here. And Jacob Van Dusseldorp takes a big check, knocks him off the puck. And this is Walla. No, that's not Walla, Jeff. Rapid City's deep in the zone.
That was Ritter from
Ritter.
Yeah.
Ritter. So there's Harlan down there in the corner, and I think that's Green down there. And they're fighting on the corner. Here comes Jacob Van Dusseldorp. He can wheel. He's going to look up for Green. Can't get it to him. And the defense of Rapid City chips it in. This is Parker Sheehan back behind. A long stretch pass. Mason Evans standing at the far blue line. He touches it, goes in, but Rapid City hustles back and goes all the way back around. We're going to have Rollins going to chip it up to Green. And Green's going to take it down in front of his own goal. Kind of dangerous there. Be careful with the puck. Green's going to look for a foul over here to...
that was Matson.
That's Matson. It was on the tip of my tongue and I couldn't get it. Here's Mason Evans going to throw it at the net. There's nobody home. Rapid City's going to take it down the ice. This is going to be Norris. Norris takes a shot and Owen McBride puts it down in front of himself. And it's going to go all the way over through the neutral zone. This is Matson. Matson and Krantz line is out there right now. Devin Matson putting on chase. Brandon's got it on the far over to Krantz. Krantz going to try to bring it in, and he does. Takes a check off the puck. And this is Laughlin who takes it back behind Partridge and whiffs on a pass. And they've got it now, and it comes all the way back down. Max Evans can't hold it in the zone. This is Blair Boomsma chasing down this way, and this is Walla. Walla and Boomsma. Boomsma stays with it, keeps the feet moving. Look out, don't go in front of the net. He does. And he's all right down in the corner, gets taken down. This is Delzer. Delzer's, he's a dangerous one looking for Humke. Humke can't get it on his stick. Humke's got it now. Blair Boomsma chasing. Humke's got it. Blair's trying to get him off the puck and does so. Here's Matson, and here comes Kyler Krantz. Kyler Krantz going to take it out of there, and we're going to have something in the corner. And we're going to have a penalty, Jeff. And our referee is going to call another one, and this is going to be Blair Boomsma, and I bet he's going to get an interference or a trip. He's going to get something. elbowing. We haven't seen that for a while. So this is going to be Ellender against Jacob Van Dusseldorp to the right-hand side of Owen. Owen's is trying to get it out of the zone here, and Max Evans does. It's out to neutral zone. This is Dunbar. Dunbar gets it over to Martin. Martin back to Dunbar. They're trying to regroup here, and over the middle, Ellender misses a pass.
We had this many goals in the first period last night.
Yeah, Mason Evans with a hard shot gets it back out to neutral zone.
We have 6 minutes to go.
This is Dunbar trying to regroup here, gets it up to Martin at the red line. Mason Evans comes up for a shot, and I don't know who got the worst part of that check. Mason Evans goes back off into the bench, and this one's going to go all the way back down. Partridge is going to help over there, and Dunbar's going to try to regroup. Connor Bramer putting some passive pressure on, and a long stretch pass up to I can never get his name. It's Ritter. I've missed him a few times tonight. And Ritter, that's who has it now on the red line on the far side. Tries to chip it in and does. This is Jacob Van Dusseldorp over on the far side. And Laughlin, and this is Norris with a shot. Goes out wide. Connor Bramer fighting for it over there. Comes outside his neutral zone. This is Green going to bring it in the zone. He's all by himself. He's 1-on-3. Just going to want to keep it deep there. Here's Connor Bramer taking it all the way back down, keeping the puck deep in the zone. They can't handle it here. There's a shot right in front. There's Reitzer and Green get into it right in front of the net, or right in front of their bench. So it's deep in the zone. They're go looking for a backhand shot, and does not. That was Reitzer. Got the puck kind of by himself, and he was 1-on-1 with Owen McBride. The net is off its moorings. The whistle blows.
And Rapid, or shall we say the Rushmore Thunder, still on the power play for another 26 seconds left.
There's going to be a cross check here, Jeff. They're calling a cross check. Referee's going to go find him. And it's going to be Connor Bramer's going to go take a seat for 2 minutes. I didn't see the cross check. Connor can't believe it.
So now it's the Rushmore Thunder with a 2 5-on-3 situation.
And
like
that's
we had reversed of what it was earlier.
And that's going to happen for 26 seconds. And as you might expect, Rushmore is going to put some shooters out there. Delzer's there, Humke, Ellender, and Dunbar. Watertown Lakers need only 3 guys. Max Evans comes off. So it's going to be Mason Lloyd, Mason Evans, and Sablatsky are going to try to hold off Rapid City on a 5-on-3. Ellender and Mason Lloyd are going to face off here to the left of Owen McBride. Puck is down and controlled by Rapid City. This is Martin. Martin's going to look for a centering pass. He's back around the back of the net. Looking to centering pass. There was one there. And that goes right to Ellender. Martin to Ellender. And Ellender moved and just got himself freed up. And Owen McBride on something like that, Jeff, doesn't have a chance.
No. Now the Rushmores have scored 3 goals in a row here.
With 4:47 left, the Lakers need one here in a hurry. It's always tough when you get down 5-on-3. It's pretty hard because you just don't have enough guys to cover where you need to. Ellender and Mason Lloyd are going to face off at center ice. It's 5-on-4 hockey right now. Lloyd tries to control it here, and this is picked up by Delzer. Delzer's going to be all by himself, and a check right at the blue line knocks him off the puck. Mason Evans in the near corner going to take it all the way down, throw it right on goal, which he does so often. Partridge had to make a save. This is Sablatsky giving some pressure, and here comes Rapid City. Rapid City's going to be up to Ellender in neutral ice, and Sablatsky gets a hold of it and starting to go the other way here. Delzer right in front of us. Humke right in front of me. He's at the red line. He's going to try to bring it in. Rapid City all parked at the line. Martin's over there, and Martin's going to take a shot, and does. Owen McBride takes it right off the chest, and there's Evans going to try to get it out, and he does. This is Dunbar. Dunbar going to try to bring it out. He's being hassled there by Sablatsky. Gets it over here to Delzer. Delzer's being run off. Gets it over to Martin. Martin can't handle it. And Max Evans dumps it into the neutral zone. Here we're at 46 seconds. We need to keep dumping it in the neutral zone. Jacob Van Dusseldorp gets it off the bench, and he comes out, loses a stick. And here's Martin. Martin at the blue line. Mason Evans tries to check and can't do it. Mason Lloyd gets a check on him, but it's a little bit too late. Still got a shot. Back out to neutral zone. This is Dunbar. Dunbar looking to dump it in. Mason Lloyd applying pressure to Dunbar. Goes up to the far right at the blue line, and we're going to get an icing call.
19 seconds left on the Rushmore power play.
So
Delzer's only a sophomore, but one thing he's going to have to watch over the next couple of years is how he plays.
Yeah.
He could clean it up just a little bit.
He could. This is going to be Walla against Jacob Van Dusseldorp to the left-hand side of Partridge. Rapid City has won quite a few face-offs tonight, and they win that one. This is chasing Rollins down to the far end, and Rietzer was there, and they were going to get an icing. We're going to go back and do it all over again. To the left-hand side of Partridge, we are going to face off. And for another 11 seconds, Connor Bramer's going to be in the penalty box. So we are man down. This is going to be Walla against Jacob Van Dusseldorp. Rapid City controls it. Bringing it up the ice here. This is Rietzer. Rietzer can't keep it on his stick.
Both teams full strength now.
Full strength. A shot on. Tried to get a tip here. This pass going to go all the way to Connor Bramer. He comes out of the bench. He's one-on-one. And we like Connor Bramer one-on-one, but he missed the net that time. Connor's on the far side, and he takes a shot, tries to get it in. Jacob Van Dusseldorp can't get a backhand going. Green is there, and Partridge slides out on that puck. Connor Bramer came out of the penalty box like a rocket, got one-on-one with the goalie, and Partridge comes out ahead on that one. That doesn't happen very often. So we're going to be 5-on-5 hockey with 2:36 left. A little urgency here for the Lakers. They need to get one in the goal. Jacob Van Dusseldorp takes the face-off. Bramer out to Rollins. Bramer's going to throw it at the net. Jacob Van Dusseldorp's going to get the rebound. He's looking in down to Bramer, down in the corner. Bramer's got to chase it off the high pass. Same thing back over. Van Dusseldorp kicks it around to Bramer on the back of the net. Parker Sheehan's out the blue line. Parker's trying to throw it at the net. It's a pop fly right up to Partridge from the blue line. So we're going to call a timeout here. Watertown Lakers timeout with 2:10 left. So you're looking at a quick goal and then pulling your goalie. Or do you pull your goalie now? You're down in your zone, in the Rushmore zone. Maybe you pull your goalie right now.
I put the whole bench out there.
You would?
Yeah. Forget about pulling the goalie. Just put everybody out there.
Jeff, that's why you're not coach. That's why
15-on-5.
That's why you can't get a hockey coaching job.
That's right.
That's why. So Watertown Lakers
I've only applied 400 times. I don't know why.
Yeah, you have to change your coaching strategy. It's just not going to work. So
it's all for one, me.
So Jameson Spearing here wants to talk about it. They get a timeout, and he's looking ahead with 2:10 left. He's trying to figure out how we can get a first goal, and he's drawn them up before. We've seen it before this year. He's drawn up a play, and it's worked.
But you know, you look back on the last 6-7 weeks of the season. This has been such a fun team to watch.
Yep,
it really has, and the hockey's been very good.
Yep. These guys are fun to watch, and Owen McBride. They pulled the goalie. And who do we have out here? We got Van Dusseldorp, Evans, and Lloyd, and Green, and Bramer. They're going to face off. Bramer's going to put it on. He's got it! Connor Bramer out the face-off, stuffs it in the back of the net, and Jameson Spearing pulls a rabbit out of the hat one more time. And he's getting them over here. Let's do something else. Owen McBride goes back to the net.
That comes at 2:07. And, of course, for Bramer, that's number 14 on the year.
Jameson Spearing did it again. We're going to face off. Back down into the Rushmore zone. It's Mason Evans going to chase. Here's Mason Lloyd against the near board. He's going to try to hold it in. Rapid City dumps it all the way down, and it's going to be an icing. Pretty good off the face-off, Jeff. I like it down here with a minute 57.
They're going to pull him again.
We're going to face off in our own zone. Jameson Spearing's going to put the guns out there one more time. Jacob Van Dusseldorp's going to face off here against Ellender. And we got the deck stacked. And this one goes back to Rapid City. Green holds it in. Holds it in again. Green's holding it in real nicely. A couple of Lakers get tangled up there. This is Rapid City going to shoot at an open net, and they can't do it. They got somebody chasing. Mason Evans ain't going to let that happen. And how did it miss? There's no goal in there shooting at it, and they still can't get in. Mason Lloyd's going to go 100 miles an hour, stretch pass up to Max Evans. Max Evans going to tip it all the way down. The goalie's out of the net. And Abraham comes out, and Jacob Van Dusseldorp with a good shot in front of the net. It doesn't go. They're pushing and shoving, and this one's going to go all the way down. We got 1:20 left. We're okay. Green, you better hurry up. You got to get to the puck. You don't have a goalie. Here's Jacob Van Dusseldorp with a dangerous pass, and it's stolen by Delzer. Can't hit an open net. And this is by Humpke, and whiffs on it. Still can't get it in an open net. And here's Lloyd chasing into the corner, not good.
1 minute.
Green saves a goal right there. Look out, Delzer's going to try to shoot at an open net. He can't get it in either. So here's Mason Evans and Connor Bramer. This is the guy you want, Connor Bramer shooting the puck. Dumps it over to Max Evans. Max Evans going to try to look at the net. Can't. Mason Evans going to try to chip it in front. Better hurry up to the puck, guys, and the net is off. Holy cow. With 40 seconds left, 40.5 left, this thing is a barn burner. And Rushmore is saying, holy cow, how come we can't score? They don't even have a goalie.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't have a goalie, and I think they got about 6 shots.
I think they did too. 35-34 shots on goal. Lakers have a one shot advantage there, but it's 4-3 on the scoreboard with the Rushmores. They forgot all about being tired about a period and a half ago.
You saw some people scrambling there. Now, we've seen it again. Jameson Spearing, he's down there drawing on his board. He's going to try to draw something up, and we're going to face off to the right-hand side of Partridge.
That's right.
And we've had success twice tonight off of a face-off. An immediate goal twice tonight. So if we can do it 3 times, we're going to go into overtime. I'd like to go into overtime, Jeff. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Let's go into overtime.
That would be fun indeed.
It is fun. Last game of the year. And if you're not standing for this one right now, you got to be standing up for this one. Okay, the Watertown Lakers are going to leave Owen McBride on the bench. Sablotsky, Evans and Evans, Green. Let's see, we've got Bramer. We've got
Evans,
Van Dusseldorp,
Green,
and he's going to face off against Humpke there.
Evans
to the right-hand side, and they don't like that. They're going to throw that one out. What happened? You know, I think what's happening is
Slobotsky.
Somebody's trying to jump the gun here, which you probably should. They're going to face off. This puck's going to go down. Jacob Van Dusseldorp wins it, and Sablotsky's in the corner. Jacob Van Dusseldorp has it. I'm going to come out to the blue line. This is Green. Green tips it over to Bramer. Bramer's going to take a shot. Oh, he got it! He got it, Jeff! He got it! Connor Bramer stuffs it in the back of the net. 29.1 left. Let's go to overtime.
Well, it's not done yet.
Well, 29. What can happen in 29 seconds, Jeff? Anything? So Connor Bramer does it again. And you sure like when he shoots, he can get it done. Jameson Spearing's got a smile from ear to ear. He looks out at Bramer, and Bramer says, no problem, you just give me the puck. So we're going to face off at center ice. We're 5-on-5 with 29.1 left.
Going to make this a memorable game.
Jacob Van Dusseldorp against Eleanor. Eleanor wins it, goes all the way down to Max Evans. Down into the zone. We're going to get it up to Jacob Van Dusseldorp. Look out. Clears all the way down. Here's Mason Evans going to chase down here, and we're going to get an icing.
Van Dusseldorp.
Holy cow. The seniors and more seniors, isn't it, Jeff? It's nice to see those guys playing big in a big game. Look at this. 4-4, shots 36-34. This thing's knotted up. We're going to face off here to the left of Owen, and Rapid City does not win. Max Evans trying to chip it out against the boards, and Mason Lloyd's going to bring it around the back of the net, runs it all the way around. Jacob Van Dusseldorp's going to go over there and chase it. Evans gets it out to Van Dusseldorp. We're at 0 time. I told you we were going to go to overtime. I knew it right from the start. So we're going to go overtime. We're going to get 5 minutes here to catch your breath. I don't know who's more tired, me or the players. I think I need to go sit on the bench.
32.
Got a word of advice there from Adam Sullivan when he went in.
What did he say?
He said, don't ever call a timeout in your defensive zone. And I'm assuming he was referring to Rushmore calling a timeout down here before Connor put it in. And a guy that knows a lot about hockey, Adam Sullivan, never ever call a timeout in your defensive zone. So,
all right. Well,
mistake or not a mistake, we don't care. It's tied up.
That's right. Exactly.
We don't care.
36-34 shots on goal in so far. We go to overtime as mentioned. Goals today by the Lakers, and they include, of course, Mason Evans, also Devin Matson, and Connor Bramer with 2. And goals, of course, by the Rushmore so far are Ritter, along with Humke and Delzer and Ellender. But it's a 4-4 hockey game after regulation. So 36-34 shots on goal. And of course, up here in the Reliabank booth, we have a great vantage point.
We do, and we've seen it all.
Yeah, we really have. We've seen another fan tossed from the game, asked to kindly leave.
Yep.
And some things like that. We've seen that now in the Brookings game a couple weeks ago. Actually, it was Aberdeen.
Aberdeen, somebody had to leave. A
couple weeks ago, somebody was asked to leave, and now another person here was asked to leave, and so that's been interesting. I can't remember only one other time in all the years I've been broadcasting somebody's been asked to leave the place.
Yeah, now twice.
Yeah,
twice in a couple weeks.
In a couple weeks. That's right.
Yeah. Well, what a game we have here. This thing is 4-4, 36 shots for the Lakers, 34 for Rushmore. It's an even game.
Recall back, and probably was period number 2 when we talked about the Lakers getting tangled up amongst themselves, trying to get into the bench and get off the bench.
Yes.
And that was about the time the seniors basically took over and said, this is our game.
Yeah.
And if you watch in this period, whenever there's a real opportunity out here, the seniors are out here. The seniors aren't tired anymore.
Right.
The seniors go, this is our game, this is our season, this is our night, and we're going to do it. And they have.
Yeah, it's fun to watch the seniors because if you look over at the bench, those guys are hanging on the rail. They can't wait to get in.
They can't wait to get
out.
out.
They can't wait to get in there.
Yeah.
And when it was tangled up in front of the bench with all the Lakers, that's usually when you can get too many guys on the ice
they
too.
They couldn't wait to get out there and play hockey.
No, everybody wanted to stay out. So you got to believe this is going to be the last go round here, the last gasp.
Yeah.
And what do? We play 10 minutes? I think
a 10-minute or sudden death overtime.
Sudden death, of course, but it's 10.
I think it's a 5-minute.
We're going to find out because in a minute 44, this thing's going to tick down, and the clock operator's going to give us what we're going to go for. But it's sudden death. The next one that scores, it's over.
Well, I'm thinking it's 5 in college. Maybe it's 10 in high school.
I got a feeling it might be 10.
It could be.
But why not play another 10 minutes?
Yeah.
It's the last game of the year. It's a Sunday afternoon.
Where's anybody going to go?
Season's coming to an end. Let's play some more.
Yeah.
Let's play some more hockey. You have to believe fatigue is setting in just a little bit for both teams.
State tournament coming up a week from Friday. So basically 2 weeks from now, Watertown, of course, will be in the state tournament. Played this year in Sioux Falls. So get down and watch the Lakers play if you can. We don't have a schedule yet because the season's not over yet. But it's going to be fun. 4-4 right here. These two teams really match up well. And I really think, quite honestly, this is as good as a state tournament game the last 2 nights.
It is. Yeah, this is state tournament business right here.
Exactly.
Denger's going to go against Mason Lloyd.
10-minute overtime.
It's going to be 10-minute or sudden death. It's going to be Mason Lloyd against Delzer. They're going to face off right now.
Give me the puck. Give me the puck.
Give me the puck. Green's over here. He's going to try to chase it down. He can't do it. Olsen's going to dump it in all wide. There's Martin down there. Delzer's going to throw it at the net right away, and Owen McBride's got it. They're pushing behind the net. We don't need to do that right now.
Well, Delzer and Humke have had a little bit of a They've been doing some pushing and shoving.
Many times you'll see an overtime is decided in the first few seconds of the overtime.
Well, wouldn't it have been interesting if Mason Lloyd would have gotten the puck and taken it right in and scored like he did last time when he had it in the first 5 seconds?
That's right. Okay, so Lakers did change, and they've got Van Dusseldorp's going to face off here, and they lose it. Van Dusseldorp going to take it, and there's going to be a 2-on-1 here. It's going to be Van Dusseldorp and Connor Bramer, and misses the goal. He's had a game winner already this year.
Yes, he did.
That's going to go all the way up to Max Evans. And here's Rollins going to try to shake it up to Van Dusseldorp, and does right at the red line. He's going to try to get it over to Mason Evans, and does. Mason Evans, this is Connor. They're 2-on-2. Mason Evans going to take a shot. Connor can't get a rebound. This is Martin chipping it over. That's to Ellender. Mason Lloyd applying pressure there. Mason Lloyd trying to get to it. There was a shot there. And he stops it. Mason Lloyd on the far side, and that's going to go against Dunbar. Dunbar is going to try to chip it up here in the neutral zone right in front of us. He does. Parker Sheehan holds it up. Parker Sheehan's got it back now in the zone. He's going to give it up to Mason Lloyd. Mason Lloyd's going to bring it in all by himself. He's 1-on-4. And he's going to throw it at the net. It goes up and over the top of the net. That would have been a nice one. Wasn't much of a shot. It was up and over. So we're going to battle against the near board down here. Green is down there trying to hold it in. Parker Sheehan's going to give some pressure, and Parker tips it down to the corner. This is Norris. Norris going to chip it up. Parker can't quite find it. And Rollins has it under control, tries to get it over to Lloyd. Lloyd's going to take it up, going to get it over to Green. Green can't touch it in the zone. And we're going to change some guys. It's going to go all the way back around. This is Mason Evans trying to control it over there. This is Dunbar. Dunbar's going to bring it up through the neutral zone. And going to take a shot on, broken up by Sablotsky. It's a pop fly behind the net. There's a check in the corner there. And Harlan's going to get it up to middle, nobody home. Connor Bramer's going the other way. Connor Bramer and Sablotsky and Bowling. That's a good one. Bramer, here he is again. He's got it! Connor Bramer! This thing is over, Jeff. 5-4, Connor Bramer on a rush, and it was a 3-on-2, and Connor got it done. Holy cow, Connor Bramer with 3 goals at the end of this game. This thing is over. The last game of the year, and talk about a senior that's playing some good hockey. Connor Bramer, wow. That is a heck of a performance, Jeff. I don't know if I've seen that out of a high school kid. Connor Bramer goes down and gets a shot, and I think it was blocked.
Number 10,
Connor Bramer. Jacob Van Dusseldorp.
The seniors did it.
The seniors did it.
This is what they wanted to do. They said, we're taking over, and they did. And, of course, Van Dusseldorp and Bramer playing their last games.
Yeah. Whoa, what a game. Connor Bramer coming up huge. Isn't that something? 3 goals in the end of that game.
He gets the natural hat trick.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to ask you who's going to be the player of the game. You know it's Connor Bramer.
You have to give it to him. I've never seen a performance like that out of a high school kid. Not this year, not last season. But he took over the game.
He took over the game.
He just took over the game.
That's what you want from your seniors.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this group did. They took over the game midway through the second period and said, we want the puck.
What a great game. 39 shots on goal for the Lakers. So again, they put that thing on the net again tonight. And what a weekend we had, Jeff. It was a